this. Fresh off the Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. When niggas get gunned down and left slung from. Thumbs just for fucking round. This ain't accounting for you bitches to come around.
What up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen, but with me, as always, my dear friend and co-host, Braden Bowler. Braden, how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. A little bit sore, but...
Wait, are you kidding me? We're like starting a podcast, and you're telling us how sore you are? You've never done this before.
I haven't?
You've never done this? This is crazy.
Oh, my God. Well, it's
Yeah.
crazy because I'm always
Zero
sore.
times that you've been like, oh, man, you know, like I got a little, like my back's sore, or my legs are sore.
Yeah.
I hit legs really hard, and they're sore.
Holy
They're
shit.
sore legs. You've never done this.
Wow. Well, I guess it's a better time than ever to go
there's
on
no
a
time like the
long
present,
rant about how sore I am.
I feel like Pulp Fiction's going to be a long one, so we're not going to do that.
No, yeah.
I do have a question for you, though.
Hit me.
How's that notebook going?
David, it's actually coming along quite well.
Is it?
Yep. I got it. It's already got 4 birthdays in there.
Let's hear who they are.
Well, one, it's yours. March 14th.
There we go.
Look at that.
Get ready. 2024 is going to be nuts.
We got my birthday. Because,
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, that's...
The idea of this
It's the-
was so you
it's-
would remember birthdays.
Yeah. But like,
You
the
put
most
yours.
important birthday.
You put your birthday in your own, in case you're like, shit, that's today.
Well, because I wanted someone like just in case they're like, oh my God, this is a birthday book. It's a small book full of birthdays. It's gonna get full of birthdays at some
But
point.
who's gonna stumble across this thing?
But they're gonna be like, oh my God, whose birthday book is this? And they're gonna be like, oh shit, it says my birthday book. And then it's gonna have my birthday right there. And they're gonna be like, whose birthday is November 22nd, 1995? There's only one. There's only one in the entire world out of 8 billion people on that day. It's
you.
Braden. So then they're gonna be like, oh, Braden, we found your birthday book. I'm like, oh, thanks. Because if I didn't have that,
You wouldn't know the birthdays.
I wouldn't know the birthdays, and then I would
Yeah.
forget
You
again.
could also just like put your name on like the inside cover of it
Well, I was thinking that, and I was like, well, that just defeats all of the adventure and finding out.
and find out, like really digging for it.
Yeah.
Find it, and be like, all right, we gotta pour through every day.
Yeah.
All right, good on you. What are the other two?
Well, I got my sister coming up March 29th. 4 days
29th.
where we're celebrating.
Got a
it.
surprise party right now.
Yeah, we're celebrating
Enjoy it.
tomorrow. And then I got my dad's December 11th. And then, I'm gonna work my way in. I got Hoff in my head October 23rd.
26th.
Fuck.
Yeah.
See, this is why I need the birthday book.
There you go.
And hold on, I really hope that this is like inspiration for anyone out there that's like, I've been struggling my whole life with birthdays, and now that Braden has, finally found the courage to start.
Oh, the courage? That's how you're going to describe what you did?
Yeah.
You found the courage? You're a fucking hero, man. You found the...
Because, David, there's no hero without a victim, right? So I was the victim,
There
and
we
now
go.
I've transitioned into the hero.
God, what a fucking life, man.
It's a story.
Dude, you
that I
are
think
an
we all can
inspiration to
share.
people everywhere.
Thank you.
Little kids with cancer should be like, why can't I be... I can be like Braden one day.
Yeah.
I can find that courage.
Yeah, just, you don't want to be as sore, because once again, it all comes back to how
Don't
sore.
wanna be as
But how are you doing, David?
I'm all right.
Just not
I'm
as
all
sore?
right. Not as sore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's
No.
hard. It's hard to get that sore.
It is. I
yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. It takes a big responsibility.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But now you're doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Okay.
I'm doing fine.
All right. Well, should we
Talk Pulp Fiction?
should we pulp this fiction? David, before we get into it, did you hear big news? Since we're talking about Quentin Tarantino.
No.
He's coming out with his last and final film.
What do you mean he's coming out with it?
Well, not yeah, I guess it's kind of the wrong way to say it. He's finally decided what his last film is going to be
on?
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
And now I'm going to butcher. I'm pretty sure it's called The Last Director or something like that.
Great.
I think that's what it is. I should double check. I'm going to double check in a break. We'll come back to it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that is what it is. So big hype for all you Quentin Tarantino fans out there. And what a better time during that whole week announcement than to do Pulp Fiction.
I mean, no better time.
No better fucking time.
No better time.
Should we talk what's in the briefcase?
We should.
it's a whole bunch of money. No, it's not. We actually, guys, we find out. We'll tell you later on in the movie. We'll get to it. We don't want to spoil it. Right, David?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah. So, guys, money. What do you think of, David?
Budget. What year did this come out?
This came out in 1994, year we were born. Wow, look at that.
I was born in 95.
Oh, yeah, that's right. March
Yeah.
14th.
There you go. Yeah.
Shh.
Year you were born,
Yeah.
bitch. Let's say 15 million.
It's close. Lower, though.
12 million.
Lower.
9 million.
8 million, but I've also heard 8.5. But that's what it says on IMDb is 8 million.
Realize 8 million is just a little bit more than half of what I said.
Yeah, I guess in
15,
the grand scheme.
15 isn't close to 8.
Yeah. I always lead you down the wrong
You
path.
fucking do.
Yeah.
Close, I'm like, 12? That'd be close.
Good guess, though.
They had to have made decent money, but it's not a fucking Star Wars movie. It's... I'm guessing they made like 30 million.
Shit ton more, David.
Yeah, good for them. What?
Yeah. It is $213 million. Almost 214 worldwide. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
That's bananas.
Can you imagine opening weekend, you make 9.3 million just in US and Canada, and you're like, oh my God, think about
We just made more than what we invested in this.
just in
Opening
those-
weekend
Yeah.
in 2 countries.
Oh,
Dude, good for Harvey.
Yeah.
If anyone deserves the money, it's him.
yeah. So good for them. And they deserve it. I mean, because this came down as being, one of the most kind of like renowned and talked about films of like fucking all time, dude. And it's like a very highly rated film. So I guess we'll get into the ratings since we're talking about that. Guys, IMDb give it an 8.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes give it a 92%. Just Watch gave it a 95%. And Google users gave it a 92%. How do you feel about those ratings?
Yeah. What do you give it?
I give it... I give it an 8.9. Excuse me.
Yeah. What'd you give it?
8.9.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. I love the film. I think the acting, superb. The writing, superb. I mean, the fucking monologues, every single one of these characters.
So you currently, where we're at in Tarantino, you have this as the number 1 Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's like an actor's dream type of film, man. For those type of monologues, and that's kind of what I was going to get to is every single one of these actors, and even like I was listening to like Samuel L. Jackson talk about what he went through to get the role, and how much he wanted to play this role. It's like, who wouldn't want to play these characters? And
Do you know about Bruce Willis?
I think I read a little bit on him, but refresh my
Bruce
memory.
Willis, like, he met Tarantino somewhere, and Bruce Willis was talking about Reservoir Dogs. That was Tarantino's first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, I loved Reservoir. If I would have read that script, I would have wanted to be in it. Blah, blah, blah. And then they started talking about the new movie, and he gave Bruce Willis a script. And Bruce Willis called him. He's like, yeah, I want to be Vincent. And he was like, John Travolta's going to be Vincent. He's like, it's like a whole thing. I kind of wrote this character thinking of John Travolta.
Yeah, I did read that.
Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Maybe the listeners hadn't, so back the
No,
fuck
no.
off.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
back
okay.
the fuck off.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And then he's like, okay, let me read it again and think about it. And then he calls him the next day. He's like, yeah, I want to be Jules. And Tarantino's like, well, Jules is a black character. He's like, yeah, like I could tell, like it's a black character, but I feel like he could be white. And he's like, Quentin, why don't you read it and then like get back to me and let me know. And then Quentin Tarantino's like, well, fuck, because this is after Die Hard. Bruce Willis is the biggest star in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, am I going to say no to Bruce Willis? And he called me. He's like, I can't have you be Jules, man. He goes, fine, I'll be Butch. Butch is a great character too. I just, you know, like whatever. That's
Fuck it.
yeah. I wanted those other two, but I want to be in the movie. I'll be Butch. And he's like, great.
It's a perfect role and type of movie feel for Bruce Willis too. That nitty gritty type of feel, you know, down and dirty.
And he's perfect for Butch.
Yeah, he is.
And having seen this movie a handful of times, like I know he's Butch, and John Travolta's Vincent to me.
And I love
assume he would have been a good Vincent.
Yeah.
No one other than Samuel L. Jackson could have played Jules, though.
Well, and you know, fun fact: there's a character and an actor in this film that
Wesley Snipes.
No. Yeah. That almost
He's
stole the role.
He's the greatest action hero of all time.
He is. He is. You know, Blade. What a trilogy. But he almost stole the role of Samuel L. Jackson to the point where Samuel L. Jackson hopped on a fucking plane and like flew to where fucking Quentin Tarantino was and like re-auditioned.
Someone in the movie?
Yeah. We'll get to it. I forget the guy's name and the character's name.
The bartender?
Yep, it's the bartender. The one that works for Marcellus.
I feel like that guy would have put a good Jules.
Oh, he would have been fantastic.
The few seeds he had.
And that's the thing. They both auditioned, and Quentin Tarantino was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking great. And Samuel L. Jackson like, that motherfucker ain't stealing that role from me. And then he flew out to where fucking Quentin Tarantino was and re-auditioned.
How would John Travolta have said that? Would he have said, that motherfucker ain't stealing that role from me?
No.
Or would he said, that motherfucker is not going to steal that role from me?
He would have said, that motherfucker's not stealing that role from me.
All right.
He would have been really, really cool and casual about it and kind of like to himself, too, about it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would have.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, what do you give it? What'd you give it?
Trying to think in my head. Other than Unhinged and Alpha Dog, this is my Fear with Marky Mark and The Fan and Joyride.
This
is my favorite. I think I gave all of those movies 10s. Jokingly gave most of those movies 10s. I think this is my favorite movie we've done so far. And I don't remember what I gave Training Day.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie isn't a 10 by any means. But I give it like a 9.4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like a mid 9. And if you're listening, you're like, well, we gave Training Day a 9.6, then fucking give this a 9.7.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is a little bit better than Training Day.
Yeah, it is. It's a great fucking film. Yeah, it's you know, it's there's nothing really to anything bad or negative to say about the film. There were a couple little goofs here and there. But that's, as, you know, to be expected almost with any film. But
that's what happens when you're making a movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's hard, you know? All those fucking takes. But yeah, David.
God, what movie... Hold on. What movie did we do? It was a really bad movie we did on here. And you, like, gave it a decent grade. And you were in a weird mood that day. 'Cause you're like, well, dude, like, it's tough to make a movie. You know? Like,
yeah.
Making a movie is hard, you know? So, like, they went for it. And I was like, what is wrong with you?
For some reason, I'm feeling like it was the Keanu Reeves one. But maybe it's not.
Was it Speed?
Maybe it was Speed.
It could have been Speed.
And I was like, well, they're
like,
jumping.
Dude, making a movie's really hard. And they fucking did it, all right?
They're in a bus, David. What do you...
Yeah, they're on a bus and then a train.
I don't know if it's that one, but I think for some reason that's in the back of my head.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Keanu, you know?
All right, they won some awards?
David, did they win some fucking awards? They won 70 awards, and they had 75 fucking nominations.
There we fucking go.
So we'll get through some of them. They won an Oscar for Best Writing, Screenplay written directly for the screen. Quentin Tarantino. Boom, bada, bing.
They had some other Oscar nominees.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest one. Let's just read all the nominees.
Yeah, they were nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor in a Leading Role, Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
Best Actor in a Leading Role was John Travolta.
Oh, yeah, I should read that. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Actress in a Supporting Role, Uma Thurman. Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. And Best Film Editing, Sally! Sally's back! Yeah!
You did it, Sally!
Fuck
You did it, Sally!
Yeah. They won a BAFTA award. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. Wow, look at that. They won the Felix Award at the 2020 awards for Best Picture, Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, Best Supporting Actor, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Original Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. Best Song, Dick Dale.
Dick Dale.
By Miseralou. Sorry.
Les Miserables.
Yeah, there you go.
Les Miserables.
Best Film Editing. Sally. They won the Saturn Award at the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films for Best Action, Adventure, and Thriller Film. Look at that. They won the Honorable Mention Award at the Association of Polish Filmmakers Critics Awards because that is such a renowned award for Best Foreign Film.
Best Foreign Film, okay.
Quentin Tarantino. They won the ACCA Award at the Award Circuit Community Awards for Best Motion Picture, Lawrence Bender. Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Original Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Avery Rogers. Best Film Editing, Sally. Best Cast Assemble, everyone.
Ensemble.
Ensemble. Thank you. Here we go. We got the Blue Ribbon Awards. They won Best Foreign Language Film, Quentin Tarantino, bada bing, bada boom. They won the BSFC Award, which is the Boston Society of Film Critics Awards, Best Film. They won Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. They won Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino. I mean, Jesus, Mary and Moses. They're going off. They won the Brit Award for Best Soundtrack. They won the Cannes Film Festival Award.
Cannes.
I
It's in
like
France.
data.
No, this is a place. You can't pronounce a place wrong and say data.
David, this is America.
It's not a matter of perception. It's what the place is called.
Not today, bro. All right? I could be whatever I want to be.
It's the Cannes Film Festival. Vinny Chase, Billy Walsh. They did Medellin. They got it into Cannes. And it was awful. It was real bad movie. Ruined Vinny Chase's career for a little while.
It did. Yeah. It was
rough.
Tragic.
Went and lived on an island with Turtle and two fucking sluts.
The best. They won the Artios Award at the Casting Society of America Awards. Best Casting for Feature Film Drama. Ronnie Yeskel, Gary M. Zuckerbrod. Good for you guys. They won the CFCA Award at the Chicago Film Critics Association Awards for Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino. Roger Avery. Look at that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but the
Clitoris Awards.
Yeah, the Clitoris Awards. Best Movie. Best Actor, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Supporting Actor, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Supporting Actor, Bruce Willis.
These are nominees. Every single one of them.
I thought it was important.
They didn't win none of that shit. They got too many winners for us to read the Clitoris nominees.
They won the DFWFCA Award at the Dallas-Fort Worth Film Critics Association Awards for Best Picture. Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. David. They won the David Award.
Fucking right they did.
Fucking right.
They fucking did.
At the David D. Donatello Award. They should just call it the David Breen Award.
I mean, yeah. What are they?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? David D. Donatello Awards. I ain't done shit with the Ninja Turtles since my Ninja Turtle days.
Tell them.
You know?
Yeah. But they won Best Foreign Actor, John Travolta, Best Foreign Film.
Tell him after I told him.
Yeah.
I'm going to double tell him.
Yeah.
It's psychotic.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You got a point. We're almost done. They won the Edgar Allan Poe Award for Best Motion Picture, Quentin Tarantino. They won the Empire Awards. Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. They won the Golden Train Award. Jury prize.
They won the Golden Train Award.
Choo choo. Jury prize. Quentin Tarantino. Look at that. They won the Independent Spirit Award at the Film Independent Spirit Awards. Best Feature, Lawrence Bender. Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. Best Male Lead, Samuel L. Jackson. Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. Look at that. We're going to the Golden fucking Globes. They won Best Screenplay, Motion Picture, Quentin Tarantino. Oh, my God. The Kansas City Film Critics Circle Awards. They won for Best Film and Best Director, Quentin Tarantino.
There we go.
Oh, David. And
KCFC.
And that would be nothing without the London Critics Circle of Film Awards. They won for Actor of the Year, John Travolta, and Screenwriter of the Year, Quentin Tarantino. Oh my God, the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards. They won Best Picture, Best Actor, John Travolta, Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. Holy shit. MTV Movie and TV Awards. They won for Best Movie and Best Dance Sequence, Uma Thurman, John Travolta. That shit was fucking iconic. And last but not least, they won the National Board Review Award for Best Film, tied with Forrest Gump. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Fucking tied. There we go.
And then Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, and Top 10 Films.
Yeah, that's not last. Why are we?
I just wanted to hype.
Why are we acting like that was last?
Because we got National Film Preservation Board Award.
In 2013,
they
won. That's all it says.
National Society of Film Critics Award, Best Film, Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. Boom! And now we're on to the New York Film Critics Circle Awards. They won Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. I mean, it does not fucking stop. We're on the Online Film Television Association with the winner of Motion Picture Award. 2013, though. It's kind of weird. Oh, it's the Hall of Fame. It's the fucking Hall of Fame award.
Oh, my God. They made the Hall of Fame?
Jesus. Wow. Good. They won the Society of Texas Film Critics Awards for Best Film, Best Director, Quentin Tarantino, Best Actor, Samuel L. Jackson, Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, Roger Avery. And now we got the Southeastern Film Critics Association Awards. They won for Best Picture and Best Director, Quentin Tarantino. Now, last but not least, we're at the Stockholm Film Festival, where they won Best Actor, John Travolta, Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino, and the Bronze Horse Award, Quentin Tarantino.
Bronze Horse.
Give it up.
You know who did not get their fair, like their just due on this? It's not the Nutty Professor. They're a part of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Marcellus.
No.
Samuel L. Jackson.
You're not gonna guess. You're not gonna guess.
Shit, no, I guess not.
Sally!
Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love how it was edited.
Yeah.
Fucking love how it was edited.
There was apparently another version that someone edited in chronological order that
Probably not as good.
Probably not as good, but apparently got a lot of hype to the point to where it needed to be like taken off the internet.
There we go.
Yeah, so
Take that shit down.
yeah, look at that.
Sally!
Yeah, you're not gonna
Knows
fuck
what
with.
she's doing.
You're not gonna fuck with Sally and Quentin Tarantino's vision, dude. No.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
All right. We gonna take a quick break for editing purposes and then dive into this fucking thing?
that's fucking right. Just keep pointing. Don't know. Give him a wink. All right, that's it. Good. Yeah, you keep pointing. All right.
And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Jeter.
Hi, everyone.
F-U, DJ.
Fudge. Guys, we're talking Pulp Fiction, right? I'm gonna pulp the fiction. I'm gonna squeeze it for everything it's got. I'm gonna give you all the juice I could squeeze. All right. So we open up, guys. We see the definition of pulp, and it says it's a soft, moist, shapeless mass of matter. A magazine or book containing lurid subject matter and being characteristically printed on rough, unfinished paper. I'm like, wow. I actually did not know that. Look at that. You learn something new every day. Quentin Tarantino is just giving you guys, giving you the facts. And then we see two people at a diner, and we hear a motorcycle sound. That comes up later. Hopefully I remember when the later comes around.
Pumpkin and Honey Bunny.
Yeah, this. So we come to find out. So I was always writing. I'm like, should I put it when we find out when we get their names, or should we just go right into it?
Pumpkin and Honey Bunny.
Yeah, it's Pumpkin and Honey Bunny. Fucking love those names. Fun fact about Honey Bunny: Quentin Tarantino
She was raped.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah, it is.
I wouldn't
rough.
call that fun, Brady.
It's definitely not fun, but
Bad
it's
start.
It could be. No. No, definitely no. It's definitely never not fun, not funny at all.
Well, it is in the scenario that I gave you earlier.
Yeah, in the scenario, and then I butchered it.
Where Nick Hoffman goes to prison for like a white collar crime, and then you knew someone in prison with him, and the guy comes out and he's like, Nick raped a guy in there.
Nick asserted his
I
dominance.
think that's a fun scenario.
Yeah, that
If
is.
Nick is prison raping people.
Especially if it's someone that did something fucked up too, you know. Just,
No.
No.
It's more fun if Nick's just doing it for the fun. He's like,
I guess
gotta pass the time somehow. Not like that guy fucked a kid. I'm
not
gonna
like, the only way I'm gonna survive in jail. Yeah,
Nah, he's just bored.
He's just like, yeah,
He's
this
just
is
bored, and he's like, I'm gonna rape that guy.
got nothing better to do.
I don't know. I'll probably rape that guy.
Fucking Christ.
Sounds fun.
Oh my god, that is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I talking about now?
Fun fact about Honey Bunny.
Fun fact about Honey Bunny. So that name, thank you, because I would have lost that for sure. So Honey Bunny came about because Quentin Tarantino had someone that on set that he was friends with that wanted him, just asked him if he can look after her dog over like the weekend while she was gone, and he just refused. He was like, no, I can't. Right?
She worked for the movie.
I don't.
And asked the director.
I don't know if it was like I might be a little wrong for that part.
That's like at my work.
But they're like friends enough.
If I have a dog and I'm like, I'm gonna ask the fucking owner of the company to watch my dog while I'm out of town.
Yeah.
That's a crazy ask.
Crazy ask, right? But it gets way crazier because he refuses. He's like, no, I'm not gonna watch your fucking dog. I'm Quentin Tarantino. I got fucking important shit to deal with. Okay. Right? You know who's coming to visit me this weekend? Bruce Willis.
You should have said Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
That was his boy.
No, because the reason why I said that too is because I think it was Bruce Willis or it was Samuel L. Jackson. That flew and visited him. But so he didn't look after the dog. She left, and over that weekend, the dog died.
Good.
So in memory of
she left the dog like unattended.
Yes. Yeah, well,
dog just starved to death.
Something happened where the dog died because it didn't get that specific. It's just like, well, the dog died, and almost like as if it was like Quentin Tarantino's fault for like not watching the dog. Yeah. In his meantime,
stomped it out.
Yeah, he was like, oh, right, she's gone. She's not gonna know. Yeah. Dead. For sure. Quentin Tarantino, you could see. I could totally see him doing that. Yeah, totally. So
I want to see him do it now.
And then he's like, well, now I feel bad. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to name this character after her dead dog.
There we go.
Look at that.
That's
What
nice.
what a full circle.
What a nice touch.
And what a great way to start this movie, and podcast. So, I mean, kudos.
We're 27 minutes into this podcast.
Yeah, that's a
right?
good point. Yeah. But shout out to Quentin Tarantino. What a boss move. That's what bosses do, So, we're at the diner, and, we hear that motorcycle sound, and we see Pumpkin and Honey Bunny, and Honey Bunny, or Pumpkin tells Honey Bunny, forget it, it's too risky, and Honey Bunny's like, you say that every time, I'm through, never again, too dangerous, and then he tells her, he's like, always right, too, I'm always fucking right, and then he tells her, his days of forgetting are done, and days of remembering have just begun. I like that. It rhymes. And then they kind of go back and forth. He's telling himself that he's a sensible fucking man, and she's like, you sound like a fucking duck, starts quacking at him. And he tells her, you're never going to have to hear me quack about how I'm never going to do it again. And they're talking about robbing.
Talking about robbing liquor stores. She wants to keep robbing liquor stores. He's saying, no, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
I got a better idea.
We should rob this restaurant. And she's like, what the fuck? No, we should not rob this restaurant. He's like, no, babe, listen to me. Think about that one time when we robbed that liquor store and all the customers kept coming in, and you had this great idea where you should take everyone's wallets. I mean, that was such a great idea. And she's just sitting there. She's like,
He's like, we made more money off the customers' wallets than we did off the register.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, that was a good idea, wasn't it? And she was like, yeah. He's like, yeah.
He's like, look at all these fucking people. We're going to rob this motherfucking place.
And it's going to be easier than robbing a bank. It's going to be easier than robbing them fucking liquor stores. All right? And this is the great thing is, it's like a federal bank because it's like they don't give a shit. Or he said something about
he said the employees don't give a shit.
Yeah,
he's like, you think the fucking Guatemalan busboy is gonna come fight you for the register money? No, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, And
all these fat fucking restaurant goers, they don't give a shit either. They're gonna give us their wallets.
And this waitress, she keeps like walking back, and she keeps coming up to him, and he's being kind of rude to her, but
he calls her garçon.
Yeah, and
which
she's
means
like
boy in French.
And Honey Bunny is like drooling over her. It was kind of weird because the girls seem young.
She's being you're
I'm
reading into that too much.
Okay,
she's just being very polite.
I guess, but yeah, I mean, Honey Bunny gives off weird vibes.
She's not getting dirty with herself under the table or anything.
She kind of is as not at that moment, but she kind of is as
well, sometimes
pumpkin.
Anytime you're at a diner, at some point you got to get dirty with yourself under the table. It just doesn't have to be related to the waitress.
Yeah, you're not gonna have good.
I'm not gonna go to a diner and not get dirty with myself under the table.
Yeah, otherwise it's not gonna be a good.
No way,
experience.
I'm not gonna do it. Yeah.
But she starts to get dirty with herself. Once when he's talking about, he's like, it's gonna be so fucking easy to rob this place. We're gonna get some trash bags. We're gonna take everyone's wallets. We're gonna get so fucking rich. She's just like literally cuddling herself. She's like cuddling herself. She's like, yeah, tell me more. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be so fucking great, babe. And they're literally giving off like Bonnie and Clyde vibes. Which, fun fact, apparently Quentin Tarantino shot this scene, this part of the scene specifically to how a movie was made about Bonnie and Clyde. I haven't seen it, but it was apparently referencing a certain scene with Bonnie and Clyde.
Great.
So cool little fun fact. But he's telling her, he's like, I don't want to kill anyone. All right? And then he fucking said some fucked up shit. He's talking about how these, he goes, if it's not the gooks and it's not these fucking old Jews.
So this is back when he didn't want to rob the liquor store.
Yeah, talking about how no one's going to give a fuck. Yeah, exactly. And
so they pull out their guns, and he's like, all right, everybody, this is a robbery. And she's like, don't fucking move or I'll execute every last one of ya.
Yeah, she gets really fucking
And then the
into
opening credits roll.
Yeah, and we hear that dope fucking song. That fucking Black Eyed Peas stole.
I mean, they didn't steal it. They did a cover. I'm sure they had to pay for the music.
They made so much money.
Yeah, but if the Black Eyed Peas are paying you for it, they're going to make money doing it.
Yeah, I guess.
You're not like, oh, they probably do. These idiots, they're paying for our music. What losers.
We're so stupid. Why do we sell it? But we are now in the car with John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. And what a fucking duo this is. I mean, it's like it's an iconic duo. Stands the test of time.
It's like a Frankie and Johnny Truelove,
Exactly.
They just get each other.
Yeah. Samuel wants to know all the fucking legal shit about hash and John's...
In Amsterdam. John Travolta just got back from Amsterdam.
Yeah.
His name's Vincent. Samuel L. Jackson is Jules.
Yeah. I keep calling him John and Samuel. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, but I might call them Vincent and Jules.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But he tells him, it's just going on about how it's legal, you can buy it, blah, blah, blah. Samuel Jackson keeps asking more fucking questions about it. And John's just telling him you dig it the most. And tells him the funniest thing about Europe is it's just a little different than here, which I thought was a little funny. And then because it's like, well, what the fuck is the example? And he's like, well, they drink beer at McDonald's.
I mean, like a glass of beer.
Yeah, a glass of beer, yeah.
Not like a little styrofoam cup.
Yeah. And then goes on about, how they fucking call, how they call
You know what they call
pounder.
a quarter pounder with
Yeah.
cheese? A Royale with cheese.
Yeah. Wow. That's...
Because of the metric system. They don't know what a fucking quarter pounder is.
It's great. They call it the Le Big Mac. Le Big Mac.
What do they call a Whopper?
I don't fucking know. I didn't go to Burger King. Yeah. Because if you got McDonald's, which one are you going to choose? McDonald's or Burger King? I'm honestly a Burger King kind of guy, though. I like those...
Burger King's good.
Yeah. I like the French fries. But, yeah, Samuel says...
You're no. You're a psycho if you're going to Burger King because of the French fries.
I love the French fries.
They have the worst French fries of all of the fast food places.
Their French fries
fact.
are great.
It's a fucking fact they got
I
the
don't
worst
know.
French fries. You could say their burgers are
do
better.
a blind tasting one day. Go get, all the fries from all these different places and just do, a blind tasting.
Yeah, I'd be into that.
Fire.
For sure. You know what? What do you think you wouldn't know the difference between a
I think I would know
McDonald's
the
and a Burger
difference,
King?
and I think I'd be like, oh, yeah.
I don't think
that's the good shit.
I think all of them are too different. But Burger King is by far the worst.
I don't. Yeah, I guess we'll have to get like a poll on it one day. Just a big worldwide poll.
I mean, I don't think we would be the ones to do that. I bet you that's existed.
Yeah.
And I bet you
Google it.
I bet you Burger King's low on the list.
Probably is, but I do gotta say I fuck with them. I fuck with the Burger King fries.
Wow. What entree would you get at Burger King?
I actually did like their fish. Their not fish. The fucking Jesus Christ! I said fish.
Oh my god! I thought you were about. I go to Burger King and get a fish sandwich and the fries. It's really good. I was gonna say, dude, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You don't eat fast food often. And if you're eating fish sandwiches and fries, then fucking Burger King.
The fucking chicken tender French fry things. They're like
chicken fries.
Chicken fries.
That's what they're called.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fuck with those. They're nice and spicy and hot.
You're just a bad person.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Maybe I am.
Because I could see someone being like, yeah, I prefer Burger King because like the Whopper's good.
I don't eat the
like picking because they love the Whopper.
Yeah.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah. Nope.
Chicken fries and French fries.
That's me all day. I'll actually, what I do is I'll take 2 French fries and I'll connect it to the chicken fry and I'll eat it at the same time.
That's the way to do it. You dip it in anything?
Nope.
God, what a fucking psycho you are. You're just eating dry.
It's the best, dude.
Breaded. There's no real chicken in the chicken fries.
Yeah, you can just taste like the fucking just added
just
sodium and
breading,
pepper and shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's so good. So, guys, we cut to Samuel Jackson, L. Jackson, and John Travolta. Because it's the L it makes a big difference. And John Travolta opening up the trunk of their car, and Samuel says, "We should have shotguns for this kind of thing." And John asks, how many there are up there, and Samuel's like, 3 or 4, and they go back and forth. I love that there's a lot of little things that they say that are like you almost want to add it in, but there's like really no point of adding it in. But it's like, oh man, they just say it so well that you're like, I almost want to just add it in. It made taking notes a bit tough for this.
Braden texted me that he was 40 minutes into the movie and it had taken him 3 hours to get to the point where he's at.
Yeah.
And I said, hey man, I called him. I said, hey man, we're supposed to start recording in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe stop taking notes.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Makes a lot of sense. So that's what we did. So guys, bear with us. But it's funny because the first half of the movie, it's a lot more like note taking than the second half. You can explain the second half a lot easier than a lot of the monologues that you're given in the first half. That's like, oh man, it's so great. I just want to fucking quote it all. But they're walking up to an apartment complex, and John asks, what's her name? Samuel says, Mia. And then John asks, how did Marcellus and her meet? And Samuel says, I don't fucking know. Like, however fucking people meet. Why the fuck are you asking this? And they start talking about how she fucking was in a TV show, and they get into an argument.
She was in a pilot. He goes, what's a pilot? He goes,
yeah.
It's a TV show.
I have to explain the... Yeah.
He's like, you don't know what a pilot is? He's like, I don't watch TV. He goes, okay, but you are aware there's this invention called the television, and on that, they show shows, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, some of those shows don't get made. You make one show, and you show it to the people who decide if shows get made, and that's called a pilot, Vincent.
Goddamn right it is. And then he asks John if he remembers Antoine, half black, half Samoan, used to call him Tony Rocky Horror. And John says, yeah, maybe fat, right? And Samuel was like, I wouldn't call him fat. I mean, he got weight problem, but what's the N-word gonna do? He's Samoan. Fucking love it. And then John's like, well, what about him? And Samuel was like, well, Marcellus fucked him up good. All right. And word around the campfire is it was on an account of Marcellus Wallace's wife. And then they get into this whole thing. They get in the elevator and they start talking about how this guy massaged Marcellus's wife's feet. And because of that, Marcellus fucked him up. Like, fucked him up real good.
Threw him out a 4-story window.
Yeah. And they say a bunch of funny shit that I kind of want to quote, but I'm not going to. But then
John Travolta was like, I mean, that seems a bit excessive, but you should have known. You can't be touching another man's wife's feet. And Jules is like, I don't see anything wrong with that. He's like, I mean, what do you mean you don't see anything? I mean, he didn't eat her pussy out or nothing, but It's the same ballpark.
It's like, it's not the fucking same ballpark. It's not even the fucking same league. Shit. It ain't even the same sport.
You ever given a foot massage?
I forget exactly what he says, but it goes on to be like,
He says, "Oh yeah, I'm the fucking foot master. I
Yeah,
got my
that's it.
technique down and everything." And
Yeah.
then John Travolta goes, "Would you ever give a man a foot massage?"
Fuck you.
He's like, "Nah, man, tell me, man. I'm tired. I could use a foot massage." And then he's like, "I'm getting real pissed off with this. You need to stop it."
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson gets real upset about.
Well, because
that
he sees what
whole
he's doing, and
conversation.
he's like, nah, bro, like just.
I mean, John Travolta's right.
No, yeah, John Travolta is right.
You're married. You come home. I'm rubbing your wife's feet.
But
You're not gonna be like,
and
"Hey,
it's
what's
like-
up, guys?"
It's the main dude that can get you killed.
yeah.
You know, like he can get you whacked, and that's what they get into too. They're like, yeah, but with knowing the fact that this guy, because he like they go down the hallway, they get to the front door, and they see what time it is. 7:22 a.m. Samuel Jackson's like, nah, it's not time. It's too early. They walk down the hall a little bit, and they take like a second. They immediately
finish the foot rub conversation, and then they go back.
Yeah, they get back into it, and they get like real personal about it and everything, and then finally Samuel Jackson's like, all right, I can see where you're coming from. Then they walk back over, and then the guys open the door exactly at that time, and
They cut away.
oh yeah, they cut away.
Or do they? Or do we go in?
No, they
We go in.
yeah. I'm trying to see.
Don't let me
No,
fuck you up. They walk in. It's the guy from, he was on Mad TV, little black guy. He opens the door. There's a guy sitting at a table, another guy laying down. They got burgers, and there's a guy on the couch. And I love this. The guy's like sitting on the couch, and Samuel Jackson gets in, and he like sits up, and he's like, "Oh, chill," and like does this.
Literally
he
helps
He doesn't.
his
He doesn't touch him, but he like guides his foot back onto the couch.
there you go.
I've always loved that.
Yeah,
And,
it's really good.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did we interrupt your boys' breakfast?" He's like, "What are you eating?" And then the guy at the table, who's clearly the leader, Samuel Jackson knew his name, and he goes, "Burgers." He's like, "What kind of burgers?" "Cheeseburgers." He goes, "Nah, I mean McDonald's, Wendy's, Jack in the Box." He goes, "Big Kahuna burgers." "Oh, that's that Hawaiian joint, huh?"
Yeah. And he is being so intimidating right now. The guy that it's like eating the burger,
Overly friendly, though.
yeah, is sitting down at the table, and he is so timid, and just gets more and more timid throughout the conversation. And then asks, he's like, "Is that your burger?" The guy's like, "Well, yeah." He's like, Can I try your burger?" He's like, "Sure." Fucking starts eating. He's like, "This is a tasty burger." like overly emphasizing every word.
I don't get to usually have burgers because my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which, essentially makes me a vegetarian. But I do enjoy a tasty burger.
Yeah, and he keeps like kind of like rambling. He's like, "Hey, do you know what they call in Paris a quarter pounder?"
You're doing a redneck voice for Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, yeah, but
I think you're afraid to do the black voice.
you get made me all timid, David.
You either got to talk normal or you got to do a black voice.
Well,
you can't do a redneck voice. You either do no voice or you do black. But you can't give them. You can't give them redneck.
No, yeah.
Well, tarnation! Y'all in here eating these burgers.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to find that inner Samuel L. Jackson character.
Oh, you got it.
Oh yeah.
You got that. Got that shit coming out the ears. You know where you're at in the notes?
Yeah.
Right.
But Samuel asks the guy, "Do you know why they call it that?" And the guy asks,
A quarter pounder with cheese. Called a Royale with cheese.
"It's because of the metric system." He's like, "God damn."
Check out the big brains on Brad.
And then fucking asks like what kind of drink he's got, and fucking says it's like Sprite, and drinks. He's like, "Damn, that's a tasty beverage."
Drinks the whole Sprite. Like you can hear it, like out of the straw. You could hear that he finishes the drink.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really sipping that shit.
Yeah.
And once again, it's just building the intimidation. The timid guy is getting more fucking timid.
Do you think out of the sodas, if you were to chug a whole one through a straw, Sprite's probably the easiest one to do it with, right?
Yeah, I guess it depends how much ice you got in there,
Because I feel like Coke just feels more fizzy.
Yeah. You burp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel like Sprite would be the easiest just to suck down.
Yeah, just to get it on down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on
Probably
them.
wasn't fully full either.
It was close. It was big soda.
Yeah.
So like, and the guy barely touched his burger, so it's not like he crushed the soda.
Yeah.
And then was like, all right, I drink the soda, then I eat the burger.
Yeah. Kudos to Samuel L. Jackson because he just drank after another dude like it was no problem. I would have been like, hey, dude, you got any cooties? Yeah.
Samuel Jackson ain't word.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson's like, I'm him, all right? Those are my fucking pronouns, bro. I'm him. And he is. Because he fucking just tells these motherfuckers straight the fuck up. Samuel says, that hit the fucking spot. And then turns to the dude on the couch and says, calls him, he says, you flock of seagulls. You know why we're here? Why don't you tell my man Vince here where you got that shit hit at? And there's a black guy that's like up against the wall. He's like in the other corner of the room. He's not saying shit up until this point, and he's like, it's over there. And
I didn't ask you a goddamn thing.
yeah, and that's what Samuel fucking Jackson does. The guy on the couch says it's in the cupboard, and then John pulls out a fucking briefcase and opens it up with a big old gold glow on his face. And Samuel asks if we're happy, and John says, "Oh,
We happy.
we're happy." That's kind of what I was referring to in the beginning, the briefcase. So guys, we don't see what's in the briefcase. We just know there's a golden glow coming out of it. The timid guy starts asking for their names, and he's like, "Guys,
He's like,
what's your name, man? I'm sorry. You know, this is really fucked
what's your
up."
name? I know your name, Vincent, but I didn't catch your name.
Yeah. And
He said he lies, which is interesting.
yeah, he
Says
did
like
lie.
Pete.
Yeah.
Pit. He says Pit.
Yeah. And
I'm
then tells
Pit,
him,
and you ain't talking your way out of this shit.
yeah, and timid guy says, no. I just want to know, I just want you to know how sorry we are that things got so fucked up with us and Mr. Wallace.
Pop!
Yeah, and then just fucking shoots him in the...
Shoots the guy on the couch.
yeah.
Kills him.
Kills him. And
While
then
he's talking.
And timid guy gets more timid.
As you would. Your buddy just got killed
Yeah.
in front of you.
Yeah. But Samuel...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. And then, allow me to retort. What does Marcellus Wallace look like? And then timid guy is...
What? What?
Yeah. He's...
You play Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay. What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What? What?
English, motherfucker. What? You speak it?
What?
Then you know what I'm saying. You say yes.
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying. Now describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
He's black and bald.
And then, does he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he?
No.
Yeah.
I
Shoots
said
him in the,
what again?
Shoots him in the shoulder. Does he look like a bitch?
No.
Then why are you trying to fuck him like a bitch, Brett?
I didn't.
Yes, you did, Brett. You tried to fuck him. Marcellus Wallace don't like being fucked by anyone except Mrs. Wallace. You read the Bible, Brett?
No. What does he say?
It says yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Well, there's this passage I got memorized. Sort of fits this occasion. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beast on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who is in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with thy great vengeance and furious anger. those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers, and you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. And then Samuel fucking shoots the timid guy a bunch in the fucking...
Bunch of times. John Travolta from the other side.
Just fucking shooting him. And I'm like, God damn, is that not the realest shit I ever fucking saw? We fade out of that scene. I'm like, that's not really a scene you fade from. I got mixed emotions on the fade.
Oh, that is exactly what you do from that scene. You fucking fade from that scene.
I'm like, Sally, I want a hard cut, all right?
And you fade from it, and we get the boom, boom, bam, boom, bam.
We do,
boom,
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, time.
But we do see the credit. Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Boo boo doo boo doo boo.
And
Boo 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 doo. You make me feel boo boo boo.
That's where we
When
need.
times are good or bad or happy or sad. Wish I knew all the words to that song.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to cut.
For editing purposes?
Yeah.
Guys, we'll take a quick break, but then we'll be right back, so don't worry. And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Cheater.
Yeah.
F you, DJ.
Gotta love me some fudge. Oh, yeah.
Put it on toast, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody does.
Yeah.
Fudge on the toast.
Guys, we fade into Bruce Willis at a restaurant. We hear a voice tell him, I think you're going to find when all this shit is over, I think you're going to find yourself one smiling motherfucker. I'm trying not to give it like a country accent. It's kind of coming off. I'm trying to give it, that punch. He's got a punch to it,
I mean, it's definitely not country.
Okay, good. Okay.
No, I'm saying Marcellus Wallace.
No, yeah.
Not sure what the punch is. He sounds black.
No, but he's got
He's very black looking.
No, yeah, but he's got like.
It's intimidating. He's a big, intimidating guy.
The thing is, Butch, right now you got ability. See that went then again country, but painful as it may be, ability don't last, and your days are just about over. Now that's a hard motherfucking fact of life, but that's a fact of life your ass is gonna have to get realistic about. See, this is business. See, this business is filled to the brim with unrealistic motherfuckers. Motherfuckers who thought their ass would age like wine. If you mean it turns to vinegar, it does. If you mean it gets better with age, it don't. I'm like, damn, that's a fucking fact. Besides, Bruce.
Butch.
No, Bruce. Bruce Willis.
Butch.
How many fights do you think you got in you, anyhow? 2? Boxers don't have an old-timer's place. You came close, but you never made it. And if you were going to make it, you would have made it before now. And I'm like, holy shit, who is this guy? And then we see a shot from behind. We see this big black dude, and he's got a Band-Aid on the back of his neck. Fun fact, this actor, which it's kind of like a weird name that I always forget.
It's Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah, it's Marcellus Wallace.
He was Marcellus Wallace in Dawn of the Dead, 2003 unrated extended director's cut.
You're fucking right. But this actor, Marcellus Wallace, he accidentally cut himself. Oh, Ving Rhames.
Marcellus Wallace.
Marcellus Wallace. He accidentally cut himself right before they shot this and put a Band-Aid on the cut, and Quentin Tarantino's like, I fucking love it. Keep it on.
This is sick.
This goes with your character.
The Band-Aid is great.
Goes with your character so well. And that's the first shot that we get to introduce his character. So I thought I'd bring light to it. But he goes on to talk about how night of the fight, he's telling Bruce, you're going to throw the fight, all right? In the 5th round, you're going to throw the fucking fight, right?
In the 5th round, yo ass goes down.
Yeah, David, that was a great one. Yeah.
I say it. In the 5th round,
Oh, yeah.
my ass goes down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You my N-word, right?
Yeah.
And like while he's handing the money, and Bruce Willis like has his hand, I goes, it would appear so. And then he lets him take it.
Yeah, he does. But we cut to the guy who almost took the role from Samuel L. Jackson, and he opens the door and says, Yo, John Travolta, our man in Amsterdam. Yo, Samuel L. Jackson, our man in Inglewood. Get your asses on in here. God damn, man, what's up with your outfit? And then Samuel says, you don't even want to know. So we kind of cut a little bit. We don't know what happened up to this point with Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta. But
They're wearing like fucking dorky beach clothes.
Yeah, that's what they call it, dorky beach clothes. John asks, where's the big man? And dude who almost took Samuel L. Jackson's role, that's how I keep referring to him as, says he's busy with some business. Why don't you kick it for a few? And they got the briefcase with them at the bar, and they're catching up with the guy who almost took Samuel L. Jackson's role. They got some fucking relationship. And he says to John, so I hear...
They work together. They're like fucking cutting it up.
Yeah. And then so that guy says to John, he goes, so I hear you're taking me out tomorrow. And Samuel L. Jackson looks at him because they were talking about earlier, which I forgot to say, right before they walked into the dude's door, they were talking about taking out Mia, and Samuel L. Jackson's like...
Marcellus Wallace is going out of town, and he asked Vincent to...
entertain his wife.
No, he said, take care of her.
Yeah, take care of her. Yeah.
And then Jules goes, take care of her? And does like a gun motion. He goes, no, like take her out to eat, you know?
Yeah.
Show her a good time. Make sure she's not lonely.
And everyone's on it. Like, dude, we're doing shit because some dude rubbed that same woman's feet and got murdered for it. And now you're going to,
Oh, wait, hold on. He didn't get murdered. That's the best part. The guy who got thrown out the window, he survived. He just has a speech.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He has a speech impediment.
Yeah,
now.
he's just got a, he's just got a speech
He
impediment.
has a speech. We never meet this guy.
never meet
But
him.
Samuel L. Jackson's like, he's got a speech impediment. You know, fucking dude up for life.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson was really passionate about it. He's like, that's fucked up. He's rubbing some guy's feet. So he's doing a massage. I massage my mom's feet, okay? Everyone does it. Everyone massages fucking people's feet. John Travolta's like, listen, dude, this is a male, right?
Massage and mercy. We already covered this. Yeah.
I had to break it down.
Eating pussy.
Yeah. But
kicking ass.
But then Samuel L. Jackson was getting on him for taking out Mia and being like, you're going to get yourself fucking killed. And which is basically what the other dude who almost took Samuel L. Jackson's role is referring to. And Samuel looks at him in like a funny way. And John says, at Marcellus's request, get off my fucking dick, Jesus Christ. He doesn't say it like that, but he's like, you know.
And then dude who takes Samuel L. Jackson's role says, my name's Paul, and this is between y'all.
And then walks away. John quietly calls him an asshole, and then Bruce walks up to the bar right next to John and asks for a pack of cigarettes, and John is just staring right at him, and Bruce turns to him and asks, you looking at something, friend? And I'm like, if anyone asks me what I'm looking at and then says friend, I say, hey, listen here, buddy pal.
Do you?
Yeah, and then what do you say?
I don't.
You say don't.
If I was a professional boxer and you knew who I was and you were staring me down.
You call me friend and I call you buddy pal, and then what do you call me?
I fuck you up.
You say, all right.
10 times
all
out of
right,
10.
I'm going to fuck you up, guy. Get
All
it?
right.
Get it? South Park reference with the buddy pal guy friend stuff. Love it. All right, we're moving on. John says, you ain't my fucking friend, Palooka. I'm like, what kind of fucked up reference is that?
Palooka Lake.
Is that seriously like a fucked up word or like reference towards like a certain type of people or some shit?
I don't know.
I
Did he
wrote
call
it,
him a Pollock?
a Palooka. I wrote it down how it was in the fucking caption.
I don't know. I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch the meaning of it.
That's a very easy thing to Google.
Yeah. But Bruce says, what was that? And John said, what the fuck was that, bitch? John says, I think you heard me just fine, punchy.
Stupid, clumsy, or uncouth.
Wow,
person.
That's so mean. That is so fucked up. Then we hear Marcellus' voice say, John Travolta in the house? My N-word, get your ass over here. And then Bruce is in disbelief as he watches John and Marcellus just embrace and hug. And Bruce is like, what the fuck is this? Are you fucking kidding me? And we fade out and hear a voice say, it's as if it turns every part of your body into the tip of a penis. And I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, what?
Oh, I know exactly what's going on.
Oh, yeah, you do. Some other girl says, whoa. And initial girl says, It's a great book on piercing and goes on about how guns are bullshit and the only way to really do a piercing is just with a needle, and that she has 18 body piercings, 5 through the ear, 1 through the nipple of my left breast. I'm like, wow, that's very specific. And just fucking 15 other ones. John pops.
No. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
1 on my lip, 1 in my clit.
Yeah, what do you, 15 other ones, you leave out the best ones?
I knew you were going to say that.
Like, I'm going to move on?
I knew
I'm going to move on. John Travolta comes in and asks about one of the piercings that I didn't mention.
But then John pops up.
She also has a stud in her tongue, and he's like,
oh, I'm
"Can I
so
ask you something?
curious."
I'm curious. Why would you get one in your tongue?
And she says, it's a sex thing. It helps with fellatio. And if you don't know what fellatio means, David will show you right now.
Pull your dick out on camera. I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah, you think I won't? Pull it out. Pull it out, you fucking pussy. Let's go. I'm not sucking on your finger. I'm gonna suck on your fucking cock. But you gotta put. You brought this up. This was your idea.
Okay, I'm timid now. I'm shy.
Fucking pussy, man.
All right.
Fucking dick don't work. No dick.
Then some guy asks John to step into his office, and we see 3 bags of cocaine. No?
It's heroin.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's also very important for the overall plot of this movie that is heroin and not cocaine.
Ah. Well, they should have fucking clarified that in this big, long
They
monologue.
do. They do. In about 2 seconds, the drug dealer says coke is fucking dead and heroin is making a comeback in a big fucking way.
Well, I guess I didn't see that part because
So they made it extremely clear that it's heroin. He also shoots heroin later on in this scene.
Yeah, which I was like, oh, so he's making it into crack. I get it.
No.
Yeah.
You smoke crack. You can shoot coke. Crack is rocks. And you smoke it.
Oh.
Coke, you could shoot coke.
Oh. Yeah, see. I'm not the drug guy.
Clearly. You're also not the listening guy, though. They're clear that this is heroin.
It looks like coke, okay? I've never seen heroin. But
has nothing to do with being the drug guy. Has everything to do with the plot of this movie, that it's heroin.
All right, so I guess this movie revolves around heroin. Whatever. The guy says to John, this is Panda from Mexico. Very good stuff. Now that's Bava. Different, but equally good. And this is Chaco from the hearts of the mountains of Germany. I'm like, wow, that sounds fucking exquisite. Yeah. Now, first 2 are the same. 300 gram. Those
are friend prices.
Yeah, those are friend prices. Thank you. But this one is a little more expensive. This is 500 gram, but when you shoot it, you will know where that extra money went. And now, there's nothing wrong with these 2. This is a real good shit, but this one is a fucking madman. And John says, remember I just got back from Amsterdam? And the guy says, huh? Am I an N-word?
You almost said it. That was good. You started to say it.
No.
Am I an N-word?
I wasn't even close.
It's the closest you've been on this show.
Are we in Inglewood? No, you're in my home. All right? Now, white people know the difference between good shit and bad shit.
White people who know the difference.
Oh, yeah. Who know the difference between good and bad shit. This is the house they came to, all right? Now, my shit, I'll take the Pepsi challenge
I'll take the Pepsi challenge with that Amsterdam shit any day of the week.
Yeah.
But we're not in Amsterdam.
No.
And here it's a seller's market.
John says it's a fucking bold statement.
Yeah, and I'm the one making it, but we're not in Amsterdam, all right? This is a seller's market.
So he goes and picks up Mia.
No, what do you skipped the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. I guess this is where my notes started to.
He picks the madman.
Okay.
And the guy's like, hey, you want to hang out? Or what'd you think of the friend out there? She doesn't have a boyfriend. You want to hang out, get high? He's like, no, I got to go. He's like, which one is she? Is she the one with all that shit in her face?
He's like, no, that's my fucking wife.
Judy, my wife. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, man. And then
there's a pause.
John Travolta, he's like, I gotta do things. He buys a decent amount of Mad
he
Man.
says it's a joke. He finds out it's a joke. He's like, oh man, that one fucking hurt. And he goes
he's
off
like, that one hurt. Yeah, laughs.
And then he goes, sits down, and they start doing some heroin.
Yeah, he says, mind if I shoot up while I'm here? The guy says, hey, mi casa, su casa. He goes, muchas gracias.
Ah, yes.
And then They show. I forgot how in depth they don't show John Travolta doing it, but they show like
a needle
heating
going
up
into
the
the
spoon,
skin.
heating up the spoon. They show needle in the skin. They show drawing a little bit of blood, and then put like more in-depth heroin shooting than I think I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
Good on Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, and John Travolta plays it off really well because then it cuts to him in the car going to pick up Mia, and he's pretty drugged out, and I think he sells it pretty well.
Looks like he shot some heroin not too long ago.
Yeah, and when he goes to pick up
Not
Mia,
like he's on coke.
yeah, fuck me, right?
Yeah. Fuck you.
So when he gets there, though, there's a note on the door, and Mia's like, I'm getting ready, make yourself a drink. And we see from her perspective that she's in like a control room where
The only boy that could ever do me was the son of a preacher man. Was the son of a preacher man. She was woo, boo.
Yeah, he's
That
feeling
that song's playing.
Oh, and you're feeling it too. You're like, oh yeah, get me going.
Yeah.
We see Uma Thurman. She's checking out John Travolta. She's liking what she's seeing, so she takes some lines of coke. Right?
She's doing coke.
Oh shit,
It's important. She's doing coke. John Travolta has heroin.
yes. And he does. He makes himself a drink, and he's kind of just like checking out the place. And then we cut to them going to Jack Rabbit. Right?
No. We see a close-up on Uma's feet because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and it wouldn't be a Quentin Tarantino movie if there wasn't a close-up on Uma Thurman's feet.
That's a good point. There's a lot of
They show her like walking down the hallway to meet him, and she's like, "Let's go," and she moves her foot, so we see the bottom of her foot, and it's all dirty.
Yeah. Which Quentin Tarantino?
That's his shit.
It's just he's like, oh, that's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so fucking hot. That's why I'm making films.
Dude,
For shit like this.
good on him.
Yeah. For shit like this. And we're going to get more into it, okay? You're not off the hook yet, okay, Mr. Quentin Tarantino? I know
You are. There's no hook, Braden.
Oh, I'm reeling you in. I know what you're doing. I know your plots and your schemes, okay?
What are they?
So what he does, he gets all these famous people in his films. And then he asks them to do, he's like, oh, now you're committed? Now I'm going to ask you to do a bunch of, like, some stuff that maybe you don't want to do. Nothing too crazy. But maybe you get a little naked right here, right now, on film. Not for me, just for everyone. Which is okay. It's required by the scene. I pay you to do it. You should do it.
I mean, you're saying this as though he's doing something wrong.
He's not doing anything
You're not
wrong.
off the hook yet. We got so much more to talk about.
But I'm not trying to spoil anything.
Sounds
either.
like a director is getting the most.
Oh, I'm gonna get there.
He's getting the most out of his motherfucking actors.
Oh, he is.
And making a great film.
Oh, he is.
He's off the hook. All right, there's no hook to have him on.
Oh, but I know why he did this. We're gonna get to it.
Great.
Yeah.
I bet you the payoff's awesome.
It's
Everyone's like, oh, we're glad Braden built the suspense for this.
Oh yeah.
He got us.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, David.
They go to Jack Rabbit Slim's.
Yeah, they're at Jack Rabbit Slim's, and
She says an Elvis man. You'll fit right in here. An Elvis man would love this place. There's a deleted scene from this movie where they're talking about how there's two types of people in the world. You're either an Elvis man or a Beatles man. And then she asks him some questions, and he's an Elvis man based off the answers of his questions.
yeah, which to her is hot. She's like, that's what I'm into.
I mean, yeah, dude, just stealing from the blacks. That's who isn't attracted to that.
Come on. But yeah, they're eating at this diner. She goes to the bathroom really quick and does some coke. She comes back, and then they're talking about doing like a dance competition. These people are it's like this weird kind of diner where it's also like a dance floor. And what's a Quentin Tarantino film without Uma Thurman on the dance floor fucking killing it, because she just says, "Hey, we're the first up."
No,
like,
no. So much other shit happens.
What?
So much other shit happens
Okay.
before they dance. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're sitting there, and they order immediately. He gets a steak bloody. She gets a burger. She gets a $5 shake. Then he brings it out, and he's like, that's a good fucking shake. I don't know if it's worth $5, though. But they sit there kind of in silence, and she acknowledges the silence and says, why is it that people feel the need to talk? Why can't two people just enjoy the silence with each other? And he's like, I don't really know. And she said, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and when I come back, have something to talk about. And he said, okay. She goes to the bathroom. She does coke in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then comes out, and she's like, so did you... the food was back, and she comments on that. He's like, we're lucky we got anything. Buddy Holly here isn't much of a waiter. We should have sat in Marilyn Monroe's section. She's like, there's 2 Monroes, and then the other one isn't Marilyn Monroe. It's someone else.
Yeah.
And she's like, so did you think of something to talk about? He goes, I did, but you seem like a really nice person, so I don't want to do it. And she's like, well, that's fucking nuts. We have to talk about it. She's like, no, we have to talk about
Yeah, there's
that.
no way we can't.
And he's like, all right, so you just got to promise you don't get mad. She's like, I can't do that. I don't know what the fuck you're going to say. And then my instinct could be to get upset by it, and I'm breaking the promise through no fault of my own. And then he's like, all right, Antoine, you might call him then whatever his other name is. And she's like, yeah, I know him. She's like, what happened to him? She's like, he fell out a window. He's like, that's one way to say it. Another way to say it is he was thrown out a window. Another way to say it would be that he was thrown out a window by Marcellus. And even another way to say it is he was thrown out of a window by Marcellus because of you.
Boom.
She's like, oh, because of me, huh? He's like, oh, did you... He's like, I've heard some stories. Like, oh, was the F word involved? I mean, like, people say we fucked. He's like, no, nothing like that. I heard he gave you a foot massage. And she goes, and?
Yeah.
He's like, Dan, Marcellus threw him out of the window because of that. She's like, you didn't think that sounded crazy? He's like, at the time. So like now he's like rationalizing it. He's like,
oh shit,
I mean,
maybe
at the
Samuel
time
Jackson.
it sounded normal. She's like, look, the only time he ever touched me was at my wedding when he shook my hand. All right,
Yeah.
and the only people who know why Marcellus threw him out that window are him and Marcellus. She's like, you fucking girls, you get together and you fucking gossip like a bunch of old women.
Boom.
Yeah. So
it does, yeah, and the whole debacle over
and
that.
it's kind of cuter and more flirtatious and friendly than that. It's less.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not
building
confrontational. It's like.
And John Travolta is trying to not, and she is trying to flirt. Like, she's trying to build connection, and he's going along with it, but he's not trying to like further it too much more.
Yeah, he's trying to be friendly, and that's it.
But yeah, so then people go up on the stage and they're talking about now a dance contest, which Uma Thurman immediately puts her and John Travolta down. Actually, first, so they just raise their hand. And they're like, "Yeah, we'll go right now." And they hop up on stage and they start twisting and turning and getting down and dirty on the dance floor, and it's really nice and cute. It's actually stolen from a film. I forget the name of the film, but it's like a 1960s film. And it's almost identical to the dance scene, and it's just a dance scene that Quentin Tarantino likes, so he threw it in the film. And now it's iconic.
And it's like John Travolta, and I love Tarantino talking about it. Tarantino was on one of Tom Segura's podcasts talking about this movie, and he talked about how like people said that he like revived John Travolta's career. And he's like, I don't understand, like, why the narrative that Travolta wasn't a fucking star existed. Like, while we were casting for this movie and I was meeting with Travolta, we'd be out on the streets and people are driving by screaming Travolta's name and shit. Like, I don't know in what world he wasn't a star, but that was the narrative. But he was like, it was just like, people couldn't fucking believe it that however many years after Grease came out, he's like, we're doing a fucking gangster movie. And I'm like, I'm going to have Travolta dance.
Yeah. Fun fact about John Travolta, he was only paid $150,000 for this film, and apparently every other major star of this film only got paid $20,000 a week. So basically all the major actors on this film took pay cuts, so this way they can get the film done. I'm sure they had something else in the clause that I did not read, did not state, that probably said they get a percentage of box office sales.
I'm sure they made something when the movie made.
Yeah. To be able to take that pay cut initially, yeah.
Yeah, made 20 times what they invested. There's no way they didn't make more.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Good for them. But yeah, so they go on stage, they fucking kill it, and what do? They fucking win. They fucking win.
Winner's gonna win, baby.
They won the ship. But they go back to the house, and she's just head over heels, I feel like, for him. Yeah.
He says he's going to go take a piss.
There was something I was going to say.
And
but-
she says, that's too much information. She's like, drinks, music.
Yeah.
And starts playing music. He goes
to the bathroom and is trying to talk himself out of it. He knows what's going to happen. He's like, man, if I go get a drink, if I dance with her, it's going to lead to something bad. So he's like talking to himself. He's like, I'm just going to get a drink. I'm just going to dance her really quick. And then I'm going to tell, hey, I'm sorry. Got to go home. It's been nice.
Yeah. He's like, have a drink. Say thank you very much. Go home. Jerk
Masturbate.
off.
Yeah.
Masturbate. But so she's playing girl, boom, 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 boom. You'll be a woman soon.
Yeah, and it keeps talking about how the words are like, you're going to be a woman soon.
It's a song, and you'll need a man.
Yeah.
You're going to be a woman, and you'll need a man. Wild song.
And
she's wearing his jacket.
Yeah.
And she's fucking around like in the pockets, and she pulls out a bag.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why it's important.
Because
She thought it was coke.
Yes.
She'd been doing fucking coke all night. So she takes them out and fucking cuts up some lines.
Mm-hmm.
She's never done heroin before, and she does coke a lot.
Yeah.
So she cut up a line that a fucking cokehead would cut up.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a small line of coke. And she cuts it up, but it's fucking heroin. And she snorts it and immediately is like, ah! Oh, shit. Fuck. And blood coming out of her nose. Fucking gross, mucusy spit.
Yeah.
She ODs.
And John finds her overdose and kind of freaks the fuck out and then starts to, like, drag her body to the car and rush her over to the drug dealer's house.
He calls him first.
Does call him.
Calls him and he's like, hey, I'm in real fucking trouble. I'm coming to your house. And he's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm coming, man. I got this girl. She's ODing. And he's like, oh, here's an idea. Bite the bullet, take her to a hospital, and call a lawyer.
This guy's great.
Yeah. And he goes, Quentin, are you calling me on your cell phone? And he's like, yeah. He goes, I don't know who this is. I'm hanging up now. Don't come here. Prank caller. And hangs up.
The moment he does, he hears John Travolta fucking speeding down the street.
I love this fucking camera shot.
Yeah, so he drives through the front yard and crashes.
But we see it through, like, he has a glass front door, and he, like, opens the blind on it, and we see it through there. We see the car just going through his fucking yard.
So, fun fact, the way that they actually were able to make this shot was, because this is one continuous shot, was they actually drove, there was like two cars, and they kept the actual car crash where it was, and they drove past it.
You know what's fun? Watching it. Today's the first time I noticed. Watching it, like, go through the yard, I was like, huh. The angle that car was driving at, it would not have crashed where it crashed.
That doesn't seem like it would.
It's too close to the door. It seemed like he was going far.
Yeah. And
that's great.
Another fun fact about that car, that's actually Quentin Tarantino's car, and it got stolen on set, gone. And then, like, years later, cops find some kids stealing parts off the car, and they run, like, the fucking car ID and shit, and they come to find out that it's Quentin Tarantino's.
Stealing parts off the car? Where was the car where they were stealing parts off?
I don't know. It was like, I don't think they said a junkyard, but someone else bought it because they ended up finding the owner of the car, and the owner was like, I didn't know this car was stolen, nor that it was Quentin Tarantino's. But so I think the owner just had his car, and like
Tarantino said that guy's a fucking liar. Put him in jail.
I think the cops
are pressing charges on that guy.
Yeah.
On him.
The guy's like, I don't
let the kids go. They're just trying to make a couple bucks.
The day you come out, you just outside. The fucking cops are there, just like, hey, we found some kids stealing, your tires off your car, and then we ran the tag, and we found out it was Quentin Tarantino's car, and he says that you stole his car.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to place you under arrest.
Yeah. You're like, what?
You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to attorney. You
paid full price for that fucking thing.
Buddy does not want to help. He's like, get her the fuck out of here. And he goes, this is Marcellus Wallace's wife. You know who Marcellus Wallace is? He goes, yeah. He's like, if she dies, I'm a fucking dead man. And I will be forced to tell him that you did not help and you let her die in your front yard.
Yeah.
He fucking grabs her legs and brings her in.
And he starts immediately, like, yelling for the adrenaline shot. He's yelling at these girls to go
his
get
wife.
Is it his actual wife? I thought it was just a joke.
It's his wife.
Oh, I thought it was a legit joke because John was like,
John
"Oh, that one
Travolta
hurt."
knew that was his wife, and he was when he was like, she's the one with all the shit in her face. He knew that was his wife.
Ah,
Yeah, is how I've interpreted that scene. Maybe I'm wrong, but they talk like they're husband and wife.
yeah. And she's like bitching.
Yeah, and she comes out and sees a OD chick, and she goes and gets the adrenaline needle.
Yeah, and then they're like arguing over like who's gonna give and inject the adrenaline shot.
So first he needs. Oh my God, he said something fucking beautiful. He's like, I need my medical book. The medical's like, what do you need a medical book for? He's like, I've never done this before. He's like, you never given anyone the shot? He's like, I've never had to. Fucking, he says like, I don't do bubblegum time with something. Like he made like, then he follows it up with, my friends can handle this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not giving little kids fucking heroin, all right? He goes, get the shot.
Yeah,
Get the shot.
Get the shot. And then they bring over the shot. It's a huge fucking needle, and they start kind of arguing over who's going to give the shot. And drug dealer is like, "Listen, the day one of my friends,
No, he says it better. Not one of my friends. The day I bring an OD'd bitch to your house, I'll give her the shot. Deal?
Deal." So they do, and they do say deal, and John Travolta then asks for a Sharpie. He starts yelling at the girl to grab a Sharpie, and she's like, what? And he's like, grab me a marker or a Sharpie. I don't fucking know, something to make a fucking mark on her chest. And she does, and so he makes the mark. They find the heart, which took them a minute, and they screw the needle in. They got really nice close-up shots for this, and gets the needle good, and then he starts asking, he's like, so what do I do? And the drug dealer's like, you're going to stab it right there in the heart.
You got to bring it down. You got to break the chest plates. You got to bring it down in a stabbing motion.
I'm going to stab her 3 times?
That's my favorite part. He does it like this. He goes, I got to stab her 3 times? He's like,
no, you got to fucking break the plate.
He's like, I got to stab her 3 times.
And then he's like, and then you got to inject it, which I don't know if he did that. So he does it. And then she immediately wakes up.
Does it immediately.
Yeah,
John
I guess
Travolta's
all in
about
one
his
thing.
shit.
Yeah, I guess all in one take. Yeah. But she gets up and she's freaking the fuck out. There's fucking 2 girls and the 2 guys, and they all freak out too. And she is like, slides up to the couch and is just like hyperventilating and sees the needle in her chest. And they're like, are you okay? Or what did they say? They're like, are you...
if you're okay, say something.
Yeah, and then she's something. And I'm like, oh, she's good. And we cut to them, her and John Travolta driving back, and she is as white as a fucking ghost, which I like. I like that. No award for
the first time I saw your note. Did you refer to her as Kill Bill this whole movie?
No. No.
Just there?
No, there was a moment where they were on the dance floor and I forgot to say, and then she pulls out the sushi sword and starts fucking slaying everyone. I was like, once I saw, I was like, oh, fuck that. But they get back to her place and she has the most heart to heart moment she's ever had with anyone in her, any guy in her life. She's been saving this joke for her one true love. And she asked, because this is something
we didn't say this. So
yeah,
at the restaurant, he asked her about the pilot, and she said it was Fox Force 5. It was Fox because we're foxy women assassins. Force because we will take over by force. 5 because there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
Her specialty was knives, which fucking Quentin Tarantino was just laying the fucking groundwork for Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And she knew every old-timey joke. And if the show got picked up, there was going to be a running theme where every episode she would tell one of them.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what was your joke in the pilot? And she's like, nah, it's bad. I don't want to tell you. He's like, no, don't be like that. Tell me. He's like, I won't laugh. And she's like, well, now that's the point. You're not going to laugh. He's
now
like,
it's all built up, and I'm going to embarrass myself. And
yeah, so she doesn't tell him the joke at the restaurant.
Which is great because I'm like, man, I wish some girl cared that much about what I think.
You make too many things sad, man.
But John Travolta's a piece of shit because he's an ungrateful little fuck. He just doesn't care
about his boss's wife. He can't. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but so they get back to that.
Get emotionally invested.
and she in the most like oh God, just saddest way. Just like what
He says they talk for a minute. He's like, okay, so I think if you tell Marcellus what happened,
yeah.
I'm a dead man. She's like, I'd be in more trouble than you. And he goes, I seriously doubt that.
Yeah. And he makes her shake on it that she's not going to tell. They shake, and then she's like, all right, so just, like in the saddest way, like, can I tell you my joke? And he
says, honestly, I think if I laugh right now, I'm going to have a heart attack.
And she's like, well, it's not that funny.
She's like, you won't laugh. That's the thing.
Yeah. And then he's like, sure.
Okay. I'd love to hear it.
And then it's some really stupid joke about how tomatoes are like fucking trying to cross the street, and
there's 3 tomatoes crossing the street.
Yeah.
Daddy tomato, mama. How do you not know this joke?
It's just like
Daddy
word
tomato,
for word. It's
Daddy
like,
tomato, mama tomato, baby tomato.
Yeah, and the baby
tomato's falling behind.
Yeah.
Daddy tomato goes back, squishes him, and says, "Hey,
catch up."
She doesn't laugh. It's awkward. She goes,
he chuckles.
Catch up.
I would have chuckled.
He doesn't chuckle.
He
it's not a chuckle. He like
he gives the smallest
he
chuckle.
Smiles. He gives like a.
Hey, that's better than what she asked for.
And then she says, "Good night, Vincent."
Yeah, she wants every piece of him.
Good night. And then he goes,
and then she
doesn't. She doesn't see it.
She eats it. We see super racist cartoon show. I don't know if you saw that. It's great.
How can I miss it?
And then see a guy telling a young Bruce about
Not just a guy.
Yeah, not just any guy, but it's he's got such a weird fucking voice. What's his name again?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Too much?
Singular.
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about your dad, kid.
Yeah.
He kept the watch in his ass while we were prisoners of war. And then he gave it to me, and I kept the watch in my ass. And then your dad died, and I had the watch in my ass, and then I got out, and I want to give you the ass watch. From your dad.
From your dad. Your dad had to fight in World War fucking II for this fucking watch.
Christopher Walken is in the show Severance on Apple TV.
Oh.
And he does not disappoint.
He does not, yeah.
You haven't seen it. Don't agree with me.
No, he doesn't disappoint in anything. He's Christopher fucking Walken.
I mean,
forgot his name.
I wasn't overly impressed with him in Click.
I loved him in Click.
Yeah.
Yes! Actually, I think that's Adam Sandler's best acting. By far. Other than the Gem. The Gem one.
And the basketball movie.
Nah.
These movies that he's coming out with now where people are like, Adam Sandler might win an Oscar for these movies. Nah. But you're going to say Click.
When he went out in the rain and he was like, I gotta click, I'm all old, I gotta click. And it's raining now. He's like, son. I'm like, oh my God.
Have you ever seen the movie Click?
Yes.
It's where a man, he gets a remote control that controls life.
Yes.
She'll say, wow.
Oh, wow.
No, not Owen Wilson wow.
No?
Like snobby black chick wow. Do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so now we hear announcers over. Oh, well, we fade away.
This scene's over.
We see credits saying the gold watch, and now we fade in. We hear announcers.
We don't hear shit because we're over our allotment for editing reasons. We're gonna take a quick break, but guys, stick around because you got to hear what these announcers are talking about.
Oh my God!
And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Cheater.
Yeah.
F you, DJ.
Fudge.
What are these announcers saying?
Oh my God, they're all over the radio talking about how this is going to shake the fucking world of boxing. And then see Bruce jump out of a third-story window and jump in a cab and drive off super fucking fast with a super attractive Colombian. And I've actually heard, I got some good friends that are Colombian, and they say Colombian women go crazy for white guys. Crazy. So she is falling head over heels for Bruce. And she's like, oh, you must be that boxer on the radio. And he's just...
Come on.
Huh?
Don't do... She did not say that.
She did at some point.
You are the boxer on the radio. Dude, come on. You don't do a half-ass Spanish voice. Commit to it. Fucking commit. You're the actor.
I'm not the method here,
Put the
bro.
fucking performance on. Bro. Be the character.
Bro.
You'll do a Samuel L. Jackson voice, but not this Colombian bitch?
Yeah.
She's probably dead now.
Oh.
The movie came out 30 years ago almost.
But she's hot. Whatever.
Yeah.
Marcellus says he's going to search the earth for this motherfucker. Talking about Bruce. We're cutting a little bit back and forth.
So they go, Bruce Willis killed the guy. He was supposed to take a dive. He didn't. He fucking killed the guy in the ring.
Yeah.
And Marcellus Wallace tells Vincent and Charlie, the guy who's going to take Samuel L. Jackson's job, they go and he's like, hey, I talked to the trainer. The trainer didn't know anything about this. I think he's telling the truth. He's like, well, don't think. I want to know. Take him down to the warehouse, sick the dogs on him. Let's find out what he knows.
Yeah, sick those
and Charlie's like,
dogs.
how thorough do you want this to be? And he's like, very thorough. This N-word shows up, or no, if this motherfucker goes to Indochina, I want an N-word waiting inside a bowl of rice to cap his ass.
Yeah, I like that. I gotta say, the Quentin Tarantino definitely let me down with this scene because the background of the shot is.
Yeah,
I know he chose to do that. I know he's like,
I don't think he was like, this looks real. I don't think he was like, yeah, that's what roads look like.
Yeah, and I get it. He's maybe trying to add some little artistic feel to it. Fuck you, bro. I like it. You're taking me out your own movie. That's the main thing. It's like the entire time I was like, this is so ridiculous. I'm not in it. I'm not in the scene. I'm out of the scene because of how ridiculous this is. So it's just like it constantly reminds me that I'm in a movie, and that's all I gotta say about it.
Well, you called Quentin Tarantino bro, and you said fuck you. Quentin Tarantino, Braden, the only actor on this show, doesn't respect you and doesn't want to be in your final film, The Director. But I'm here to tell you that I would love to be Quentin. I also hear you do a podcast that's a very similar format to ours. I'm sure you do it better. I'd love to come on that and experience that with you. I'd love to be a part of your movie, no matter what it is. Braden doesn't feel that way, and I'm sorry. But Quentin, everything you do is gold.
Listen,
Quentin, everything you do. See, he doesn't even want to hear someone talking well about you. He's like, no. Fuck Quentin Tarantino. I'm like, dude, take it easy. He's one of the greatest directors of all time. Quentin, do everything. Change nothing about what you do.
Man, I really
change nothing.
I hope we get a response from Quentin because I'm sure he's gonna be like, you know what, David, I hate the way.
Oh, now you're gonna put words in Quentin Tarantino's mouth.
Little kiss asses
Bro,
like
fuck
you kissing my
you're
ass.
You're gonna put.
I love when
words
someone says
in Quentin
it's straight.
Tarantino's mouth.
I want to work with Braden because he seems like a professional.
Nobody wants to work with you.
He's like,
all right?
he's like, man.
I do this because I'm fucking friends with you. I grew up with you. All right. If Nick wanted to do a podcast, I'd be fucking over there with him doing this.
Oh wow,
you know.
All right.
You think Quentin Tarantino wants to work with you? Get fucking real.
Wow.
Taxi driver wants Bruce Willis to tell her what it was like to kill a man. And he's like, give me one of those cigarettes and I'll tell you. Then she gives him a cigarette and he's like, I didn't know he was dead until you told me. But now that you told me, I don't feel the least bit bad about it. And then he gets on a payphone and he's talking to his buddy. So he took the money that Marcellus gave him, gave it to one of his friends, and his friends like went and placed bets with 8 different bookies. And he's like, once word got out there that the fix was in, the odds fucking plummeted. So he's making. We never hear. It's one thing I don't like about movies. Tell me how much the person makes. Jaws, they told me how much. It was $3,000. Then it was $10,000. Other movies where it's like, oh, why don't you write that down on the note, keep you in suspense with the amount. Just say the amount.
Now you're taking my advice. Because, see, Quentin likes to be told straight up.
I'm saying movies.
We're not even talking about Quentin, though. You're comparing movies. You're saying Spielberg is doing a better job with the writing than Quentin Tarantino is.
In that scenario, yeah. And you know who would agree with me? Quentin Tarantino.
I think Quentin Tarantino.
See, here's the thing. You keep speaking for Quentin Tarantino.
Because Quentin Tarantino
That's not what Quentin Tarantino wants. No, he doesn't.
He loves it.
He doesn't. He loves feet and he loves movies. He doesn't love douchebags sitting on a couch speaking for him.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right.
Look who he fucking cast in his movie. John Travolta and Bruce Willis.
They didn't speak for him.
Oh, if there's any actors that are going to speak for fucking Quentin Tarantino, it's those two.
They wouldn't fucking dare.
That's exactly.
They wouldn't fucking dare speak for that man.
Actually, even Samuel L. Jackson, because he actually flew to his fucking place and said, you're going to fucking hire this motherfucker over me? I got the role, bitch. And Quentin Tarantino says...
He actually didn't. What you told me earlier is that he flew to him and re-auditioned. He said, no, Quentin, please, you gotta let me read again. I'll do even better. Please give me this. Please give me the part in the movie. He had to fucking earn that shit.
Oh, he earned it.
Yeah,
but he laid the foot down.
Speak for
he
him.
laid the smack down. Quentin Tarantino loves that. He says respect. And this
No.
whole movie is bent around pride. It's all bent around pride, and Quentin Tarantino loves that shit. Quentin. Hey, I'm your fucking dude. I'm all about pride. I'm Vegeta. My favorite character in the world is Vegeta. It's all about pride, bro. You can't look any further into an actor that cares about pride than me, dude. That's why I'm going on this whole bent joke about speaking for Quentin Tarantino. I got the pride, bro.
It's not pride. It's arrogance. You're mistaking arrogance with pride.
Oh no! They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. No, I got a whole monologue from Vegeta that goes over how they go hand in hand. You talk about arrogance,
but you think that Jap shit is right? Because it's not. If the Japs were so good, if they were so right, if the Japs were so good, they would have won World War II. All right,
they would have.
Uma Thurman is able to kill all of the Japs.
But who loves the Japs? Quentin.
He loves watching the Japs get killed by a pretty blonde woman.
Me too.
No, you love the Japs. You're like
so
the Japs
much,
know.
so much
The Japs
alike.
know their words. They speak about pride and arrogance, and they speak for Quentin Tarantino.
Which what Quentin Tarantino? A real sushi lady makes a real sushi sword. There was something else to it. It's a real
sushi lady making real sushi sandwich
with a real sushi sword. He loves the Jap shit, bro.
Yeah, but he loves watching them die.
Me too.
Yeah, but he doesn't like, oh, man.
We could be friends.
This fucking Dragon Ball Z character.
If you guys were friends, he'd be like, David, you're just kissing my ass, bro. I don't like this. If we were friends, he'd be like, Brayden, thank God someone tells me how it is.
Let me tell you something. Quentin Tarantino is not friends with people who are fucking 30 years younger than him, all right? Quentin Tarantino has no interest in being friends with people that much younger than him.
I don't know, man. He loves Leonardo DiCaprio. And we all see how
Leonardo DiCaprio is 50 years old.
And he loves some 20-years-olds.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I love you when you fuck kids, but like that doesn't doesn't mean I also love the kids, man.
All right, let's not steer too far away from this movie, David.
Oh, now we're gonna stop. This is where we're gonna stop. You're gonna say nothing for about 5 minutes. And then wait for me to talk about money to go on a long thing about Dragon Ball Z characters that you like so much. But now you're like, all right. This is getting out of hand.
I rebuilt the friendship with Quentin through the podcast. Quentin's like, I really like this Brayden guy.
Doesn't.
And now I'm rethinking about who I'm going to cast in my last movie. So, Quentin, look no further once more, because I'll give you all the pride you fucking need.
Quentin, and like if you just need to see some shit, in case you're on the fence about Brayden, the Big Frozen Gumshoe, available on Amazon Prime. He plays Kid, knocks it out of the fucking park.
Knocks it out
of the fucking park. He's
so
got some
many dick
douchebag
jokes.
Parents who feed him sandwiches for dinner.
Yeah.
That's dinner.
Thank you
that
for
is
remembering.
Fucking dinner in their house.
And method for you, bro, because I ate 50 of those fucking sandwiches for like one take.
Did you keep eating the sandwiches?
Yeah, they were like, you got to keep nibbling. I was like, dude, I didn't need to take a bite for this one moment in this scene to where we got to waste 50. This is a small budget. There's a lot of people here who could benefit off of all these sandwiches.
What was the director's name?
It was Kat and Brady. Two directors.
So Kat went Brayden.
Kat and Brady.
Kat went Brayden. Director. Actor.
Yeah.
Eat the fucking sandwich.
I said again?
Yeah. Brady. Come here real quick. Director. Actor. Brady. What's Brady need to do? And Brady went, Brady needs to eat the fucking sandwich.
Okay.
Eat the sandwich. Okay. Be great. They cut it. They just wanted to watch you eat sandwiches. They cut it from the movie.
Bro, it was like
no one else
3
is in the
hours.
room. You're just sitting there eating sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, that's a wrap. This is a good day, Braden.
How you feeling?
You did some good work.
I'm like, I got like my blood sugars all over the place.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
You really ate those sandwiches.
Yeah, good.
I don't think we're going to use that in the movie, but, but I'm glad we got to see you do that.
Good job.
So Bruce Willis is on the phone, and he's like, I don't feel bad for him. If he was a better boxer, he'd still be alive. If he never laced up his gloves, which he never fucking should have to begin with, he'd still be alive.
Yeah, Bruce is as arrogant as I can be.
Great. He just killed someone, and he's like, fuck yeah, I did. I'm the fucking man. I killed him.
And then it's funny because he ends up going back to his like motel or where, and we see his girlfriend there, and they
Hold on. He pays for the cab,
Ooh.
and then goes to give her a tip and says, if anyone asks you who your fare was, who was it? Or what would you tell them? She says, I'll tell them the truth. 3 well-dressed, drunk Mexican men.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, which is fucking fantastic. These
Then
lines,
he hands her the tip.
Yeah, these lines are fucking great. But he goes back to his motel. We meet his girlfriend. They are kind of ridiculous. They're complete opposites, but they just seem so great together. I mean, they're just so sweet. She's so sweet. He's so masculine.
These two should not be on the run together.
Yeah, probably.
This is a
not.
fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare for sure. But opposites attract. It's like a literal yin and yang moment, and they're like, she's like a hopeless fucking romantic. She does not fully grasp, and I feel like she does, but not truly grasp how fucked up Bruce Willis is. You know what I'm saying? But she's foreign. I don't know. French, yeah. But they start cuddling at a moment, like in the bed, and
She wishes she had a pot belly.
yeah, she wishes she had a pot belly. Oh, and there was a line where he's like, I got to shower, I'm very stinky, and she's like, I love the way you stink. I'm like, oh, she's a freak.
Yeah,
She's a freak who wants a pot belly. And she keeps going on about how pot bellies are different than tummies, and Bruce is like,
sexy. Same tits, same ass, same legs, same everything else. Just a perfectly round pot belly.
so fucking weird. And Bruce is like, well, what if I had a pot belly? And she's like, no.
No, it doesn't look good on a man.
Yeah. And Bruce is also a fucking hopeless romantic. But he wants oral sex. And she will give him oral sex, but he must perform first. Right, Devin?
Yeah.
Spot on. Yeah. But it's kind of weird because it makes it seem like, because he just told her too that they're being hunted and shit, and for some reason it makes it seem like that's now okay since they're having oral sex with each other. Yeah, we don't have to worry that we're being hunted.
I mean, in that moment, no.
Yeah, right.
Fuck yeah. In that moment, everything's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going down on my girlfriend. Everything is perfect in this moment. It could all end right now, and that'd be all right.
And it was a perfect moment that we got to see them share. They fuck, then shower, then sleep, and it's like, oh, I miss that shit.
He's calling her a
So lonely.
retard
What?
when he's in the shower. Yeah, you're trying to be sad.
Yeah.
What? Like, I heard you. You're doing your sad thing. And then, oh, wait, what? What? What are we talking about?
Yeah, you got to have the sad shit in there. But no, yeah, she is...
He's in the shower. She's brushing her teeth.
She's playing dumb, and he's like, you fucking retard. She's like, that's not nice.
He said, I think I cracked a rib. And she said, from giving me oral pleasure? He says, no, retard, from the fight. And then he's like, oh, my name is... He's like talking.
Oh, and that pisses
stuff
her the
she
fuck
hates.
off.
She keeps calling him, don't do that mongoloid voice at me.
Yeah. And then she gives him a towel, and I'm pretty sure we could see his penis. I didn't stop to check.
We couldn't.
Oh.
I did stop to check. Yeah.
Damn. Fuck.
Yeah.
But, wish we could have.
Be a better movie.
Big missed out opportunity, Quentin Tarantino.
That's why you only got a 9.4, Quentin.
But once again, to bring it back,
Bruce Willis hangs dong, you get a 10.
to bring it back to my initial joke, Quentin Tarantino, I see what he's doing. He's trying to see everyone's dick. He wants to see all of the major actors naked on set.
Even though we didn't see Bruce Willis naked.
Well, he did. Just because we didn't doesn't mean he didn't. That dude did that take 40 times getting out of that shower.
I mean, he could have been wearing a fucking thong.
I doubt it. doubt it. I highly doubt it. I really think he was like, yeah, you know what, Bruce, you could have worn a thong, but I want to see you naked. Well, but Bruce, you got to prove to me you really want to do this role. You said you wanted to do it. Show me. And he did. And that's what I'm saying, baby. So Quentin, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying if you want me in your movie, I will get naked. I'll set my pride aside. I have the pride for the majority of everything else, but I'll set it aside. Like Quentin did, like all your actors do. Just want to throw that out there.
Would you?
Yeah. I totally would.
What if you were gonna...
and
Quentin Tarantino's like, I got this role I think you'd be great for.
Yeah.
And you're butt naked and you get raped. And you and the other actor are...
I would do it.
He doesn't penetrate you, obviously.
Yeah,
You'd be
but
fucking nuts, but you're both naked.
Oh, yeah.
And he's pounding you from behind. But, like, he's not hard. It's just, like, his hips are hitting you in the ass.
Yeah. Totally, bro.
See, you said it like that, like you might not do it.
No, like, I mean, I would definitely be like, no, I don't want to feel his fucking dick. If we're being frankly honest, you know, like, no. Like, I don't want to feel his fucking dick, dude. No.
And Quentin's like, you want to be in the movie or not?
Like, yeah, I want to be in the fucking movie.
This is the scene. This is the role for you.
All right, I guess I got to do
it.
it.
It is my last movie that I'm ever going to do, and I wrote this character specifically with you in
Which
mind.
is what he does. So I guess if it's like, all right, if you're going to flatter me with that, then
yeah,
I guess I will. And it's like you're going to change my life. You're going to give me...
I like how you'd be... Real quick. Hold on. You would be flattered at the thought that he wrote a role where the only scene is you getting raped.
Who said that's my only scene?
And he specifically had you in mind getting raped. That
prob-
would be flattering.
It is flattering.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he's like, man, you know, who's going to sell being raped the best? Like,
Who is it believable that he would be raped? He's like,
who's going to
Braden Bullard.
Who's going to make being raped look the best?
It's Timothy from Meeting Juan Jones. When's that come out? Is there a release date on that? Like, when can people watch that?
So he keeps delaying it, but he's starting to hype it up more and more. So I'm thinking we're getting close. But the last release date was supposed to be in December.
There we go.
So we're a little behind.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is there going to be like a premiere?
It's supposed to be, yeah. But it'll probably be in Miami because, you know, where's Juan Jones live?
Juan Jones lives in Miami.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do I want to go back to Miami to meet Juan Jones? Fuck no.
You're not going to go to the premiere?
No, I totally will.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was going to say, can I go to the premiere? Was going to be the question.
Would that be the best?
And then you're like...
I gave you a speech, and you're like, Braden sent me on behalf of his excellence.
Braden Bullard. I work for Mr. Bullard.
Yeah, he sent me...
He prepared something that I will read to you today.
You're in front of like a theater of like 50 people.
He's
Not
like,
too
well,
many, but...
When you're playing Timothy, you know... you really just got to learn to roll with the punches as Timothy.
Yeah. Or I start bashing everyone I worked with and I make you do it. Hey,
dude. I'm just with you. You don't have to write a fucking thing. Give me names and give me just a little something about them.
Yeah.
Like something like minor, and then I can work off of that.
Yeah. He says you fucking sucked. Hey, Susie. He says.
A real person?
No, I'm making up names. He says brush your fucking teeth.
The person, the madam at the whorehouse that Timothy goes to.
Yeah.
I can be like, Braden wrote here. Oh, well, this is awful. Braden wrote, you are the most believable whore he's ever been around.
You know what's great? She is the best. That woman, that actress, I love her. We had like a little.
Should we have her on the show?
Oh, we should totally have her on the show. She is so
Name?
sweet. It starts with an A.
Man, she's the best, and you love her.
I know, but
that's for damn
names?
sure.
How many times I gotta go through this with everyone? I'm terrible at names. If I don't say a name for 6 months, it's out of my head. But
Was it Amanda? Was it Antoinette?
No, she's Colombian, so it starts with an A. It's
Amanda?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Alejandra?
Yeah, it's something like that, but it's not that. But we're at like
Amelia?
Yeah.
Bedelia?
Yeah.
Remember those books? You ever read the Amelia Bedelia books?
No.
They're not good.
Missed opportunity. But she, we're in like a cigar shop where it's like you can also dance, and she just pulled me on the dance floor and started salsa, teaching me salsa and shit. And everyone I'm the only white person there. Like everyone else is like Spanish. And all the Spanish dudes were eyeing me down. Like, fuck you, white boy. Oh, you think you're gonna dance salsa with this beautiful Colombian woman in front of all of us Spanish men? Fuck you. And I did it. Quentin, you be proud. Because you know what that is? That's pride. That's arrogance.
Why'd you have to make it about race?
It wasn't really about
all these
race.
fucking Spanish men are mad that I'm stealing one of their brown princesses.
Well, I was kind of flipping
It's
on the other
fucking-
side.
Yeah, like it was
Like,
just a weird route you went with that. And then you brought Quentin Tarantino into it for some reason. You're like, that's pride, Quentin.
Because you got to bring it full. you got to bring it full circle somehow, David. Oh man,
Braden hates Colombians.
I love them. My best friends are Colombian.
Nah, you like one Colombian woman. And then for some reason, because you're friends with her, you think all of the Colombian men are upset about that.
Yes.
You're like, man, those fucking spics. They wish they could get this girl. They can't.
I'm just.
They can't. This is Braden.
Yeah.
This is Braden's territory. The white man came down to Miami. He saw and he conquered.
I guess it's why I got casted in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was asking all these questions. I was like, yeah, but I'm like a really, really nice white guy. Like, you got this white guy. He's
Like,
kind
no,
of.
you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we've had conversations with you. You're nice. You keep saying that you're nice, which is interesting. There's something there, but we disagree. All right, where are we at in this fucking movie?
All right. Well, she wants them. She wants some bussin' ass pancakes and a bunch of other fucking breakfast shit. And Bruce is like, "Oh yeah, you can eat all that breakfast stuff." And then he starts looking for his watch and can't find it. And he starts asking, he's like, "Where's my fucking watch?" Like,
The watch that your dad had in his ass, kid.
for like fucking 6 years.
And then I had it in my ass.
For 2 years. And he's like, the fucking watch. The watch that I told you, it's near the cat fucking thing, and it's in, you're supposed to grab it. It's the most important.
On the kangaroo.
On the kangaroo. I told you it's on the kangaroo. It's my dad's watch. It's my favorite watch. So I told you about the watch. And she's like, she's getting really timid, and she's like, I don't know where.
She keeps saying it should be there. He's like, I fucking know it should be here.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not here, sweetie.
Yeah, and then he asked her again, and she's like, I guess it's not. And then
he said, well, no, guess it. You either did or you didn't. She goes, then I did. And he goes, are you sure? And she goes, no.
And he fucking takes the TV, throws it across the room. He's like, God damn it! Fuck! Shit! That's my fucking father's watch! And then
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault. Yeah, he's like,
I had you get a lot of
she's
stuff.
like crying. She's in the corner.
She's
bawling.
terrified.
Yeah,
she's like, oh, he's going to murder me.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just a dead woman foreigner.
Yeah, she's like, I'm this French woman that he's on the run with. I'm dead. Are you kidding me? No one knows about me.
Yeah. And then he starts to like apologize while getting dressed, and she's like, "What?"
He's like, I should have told you that the watch is all I cared about. I didn't convey that enough. I didn't convey how important the watch was to me.
Yeah. And he's like getting dressed, and she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna go get my fucking watch." She's like, "You can't go to the apartment. There could be people there." He's like, I guess we'll have to find that out, won't we? Because of you. No, he's
nice about it.
He's
at
really
this
nice.
point.
Yeah, he's being really nice.
He's like, if I get there and it seems like it's too dangerous, I'll leave. But
yeah,
I gotta go check it out. He gets her some money and says, enjoy your breakfast. Drops the money on the bed and says, I'll be back before you say blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie.
Yes. All right, maybe not that quick, but pretty fast.
Yeah,
And then he leaves.
pretty fast. So he goes to his apartment and finds the watch immediately.
He parks like blocks away and sneaks up. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. But doesn't like draw his pistol or anything like that, which is what I was like, well, you're getting all sneaky. Might as well have
Draw
your pistol.
his pistol?
Yeah, have his pistol out, ready to go.
We've not. I don't know that Bruce Willis owns a gun.
I guess you're right, but
Yeah, we never
we never do address that. Yeah.
He never like pulls a gun.
Yeah, I actually don't know if he has a gun,
Yeah.
but I was
I don't
just
think
thinking in
he
my head because of the way that they made him seem like just his character in general. You'd almost think he would have a gun.
Kills motherfuckers with his bare hands.
That's a good point. Yeah, he's a
he just did.
knockout artist.
There we go.
Yeah. But he goes to the apartment, finds the watch, puts it on, and immediately I'm like, why aren't you leaving? And he starts to like walk through the house. He's like, good. Finds the Pop-Tarts, which is what I would do. I would take the Pop-Tarts. Like, okay, no one's taking the Pop-Tarts. Let me grab these.
You toast your Pop-Tarts?
No.
God, what's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Have you ever toasted them?
Oh, yeah, they're fire.
Like, you realize how much better it is when you toast it.
They're even good cold.
Oh, if you get like dude, they have like cookies and cream ones.
Yeah.
Throw them in the freezer.
Yeah.
It's like eating a fucking ice cream bar.
Yeah,
It's
so
nuts.
good. Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
And then what you got to do is you got to heat some up, have some cold, and make a little sandwich. A little hot and cold action.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
one cold in between the hot.
Yeah.
You got like, oh.
I don't know. That might be a little too much for me.
I've never done it, but I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, he does that, and I'm thinking like, okay, well, my point is though, it's like, okay, I get it, toast it, okay, that's cool, but you're gonna toast it when you know kind of time is of the essence where you're at. Might as well grab the Pop-Tarts, be like, oh, 2 things, my luck is ran out, I should get out of here.
No,
it doesn't.
Pop-Tarts are so much better toasted.
Now, this is probably my second biggest issue, other than what was in the background when they were driving earlier, is he makes the Pop-Tarts and he looks from me down to where David is and notices a big old small Uzi. I know that's contradicting, but it's
big old small Uzi.
because a Uzi's
Big
small,
old small guy.
but it's a big Uzi. Like it's got a big silencer on it. It's bigger than it needs to be. Is what I'm getting to. And he then notices it, which it's big enough to notice immediately when you walk in. And
tunnel vision.
Vision.
He was watch. And he was Pop-Tart.
I guess, but we saw his eye line. So Quentin Tarantino should have blocked it better to just have because he walks in, and he like literally looks around the fucking kitchen. Just have him not look around.
I don't think Quentin Tarantino was going for super realistic here.
I guess
He's also making so much fucking noise.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
which is
I don't think Tarantino thought it was realistic that this could happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
but still, it just took me out of the scene rather than kept me in it. But he sees the Uzi and then grabs it and then hears a toilet flush and knows where his bathroom is, so looks at the bathroom, and then out walks John Travolta, and Bruce
Willis he's holding it.
Bruce knows what we're all about. One stays in the fucking head.
They're staring at each other for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the toaster's done.
And the moment the toaster
when it pops,
he just starts lighting him up. John Travolta gets it.
Dead as disco.
Yeah, dead as disco.
He wipes his prints off of the gun and he leaves.
Yeah, then leaves it and then walks out. And the entire time I'm thinking like, oh, he's going to get popped walking out. Because the way that they're shooting it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're following him with the camera. They're keeping close to him where you don't see what's around him.
He's singing and driving in the car.
Yeah.
He's loving it. Pulls up at a red light. He's still singing and looking around.
And then who
people
the fuck
people
does
are
he
crossing
see?
in the front. And then he locks eyes with a guy. It's Marcellus fucking Wallace. What are the odds?
Yeah, Marcellus just walks, stops, and looks at him, which is something else John Travolta took from another movie. I think it was like a Hitchcock movie or something like that.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, what did I say?
John Travolta.
Oh, yeah, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah.
Marcellus he's walking, and then he stops and like takes a look up. He goes,
motherfucker. And fucking Bruce just drives him over. Well, it just drives him. He hits him with the car.
Guns it.
Yeah, and Marcellus goes over the car because he's really big. He's top heavy, you know?
Yeah.
And then John Travolta drives through the street, gets hit by another car, and gets fucked up. Fucked up more than he should have.
I think it would be, if you're going to get hit by a car, you probably want to like jump up on the hood and let yourself hit the windshield.
Yeah.
Because if you go under it, you're dead.
No, yeah.
Like a car is going to squish you. You might be able to like fucking roll off of it and like you're not good, but you're gonna be fucked up, but live.
I actually did help a woman who got hit by a car and she got.
You've told the story
okay,
here.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. People were just watching and videotaping, and you ran up. Yeah.
So he got clipped in the back.
If you're like, oh, I don't know that story. Why David cut him off? I want to hear Braden's stuff. Go listen to our other episodes. All right.
Yeah. I
don't know when. You know what? I do know when it was. It was Nightcrawler.
Wow.
Go listen to the Nightcrawler episode.
Yeah, because I was bringing up.
Yeah. Go listen to Nightcrawler.
Yeah. So he gets clipped in the back, and Bruce Willis gets pretty fucked up, which I was like, didn't seem like.
He fucking crashed into like a pole.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that
might not have been wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah,
smashed his airbag, didn't go off because they didn't start making passenger side airbags in the Mercedes until 1988.
Yep, there you go. I think it was 81.
Whatever.
But Marcellus gets up and notices it's fucking Bruce Willis, and he pulls out his gun and he like his leg is like kind of broken, and he's like limping over, and he shoots at Bruce.
People show up and they're talking to Marcellus like he's a normal person.
Yeah,
and not like he's a normal person, but like,
it's a bunch of women too.
If you need a witness at court, I will go there. I saw that guy. He must be drunk or something. He was driving like an asshole and hit you, and then he notices and he's.
and there's two girls.
If you are ever walking that insanely and you have a gun, you gotta fucking. Butch doesn't notice Marcellus is coming towards him until he starts shooting.
Yeah,
he's like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here."
Yeah,
you could just walk up to him and then just fucking.
Or lean on something and get sturdy for a second, like
he's
literally flopping all over the place,
and he shoots someone else, not Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it's a woman helping Bruce Willis out the car. She gets shot in the hip, and she's like, ah! She's holding her hip, and fucking Bruce Willis, that wakes him the fuck up, and he starts running, but he's also got a hurt leg, so it is the limp Olympics here.
Yeah. Shooting at him in the streets. He runs. Bruce Willis ducks off into a pawn shop.
And this is by far the best part of this fucking movie.
Yeah, and he's waiting. It absolutely is. He's waiting by the entrance. Guy goes, "Can I help him?" He's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Wait, the guy, you're the pawn shop. And you're like, "You shut the fuck up. Get it. You're covered in blood. Get the fuck out of my store."
Yeah, what the fuck? And then Marcellus fucking runs in, and Bruce is just pops him in the fucking face like a boxer does and knocks him out, basically, and gets on top of him and starts beating the shit out of him.
And then he's got the gun. I love the way he holds the gun.
Yeah.
Does this.
Well, he's got it on his foot, though. He's like,
I'm not putting my foot up on your fucking chest, but he's like, got it on his foot, and then he's got his hand on the back end. Like, it's just, I've never seen someone hold a gun like that before.
It seems like
watching it, I was like, this is the coolest way to fucking execute a person.
And I feel like he's doing that because he's so fucked up. The only way to like really to get that good, easy, balanced shot is to maybe, I guess, balance it on his fucking broken leg or some shit.
It looks sick.
It looks so cool, Bruce. You created a posture.
But so while he's doing that, guy cocks the gun behind him. Huh?
A pose. He created a pose.
Created the pose.
Yeah.
A guy's holding guy behind him, the fucking pawn shop owner, cocks his shotgun. And he goes, "Drop your gun." He goes, "This ain't any of your business, mister." He goes, "I'm making it my business. You're about to kill someone in my fucking store."
Nah, man, it's not like it. You don't know, man.
He's like, "I don't care. Put your gun down." He drops the gun. And then he says Braden's favorite line. Braden kept saying it.
Oh, I was like, David, dude, it's my favorite line because I love you, and I know this is your favorite line.
It's not.
Huh?
That's not how stuff works.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not my favorite line.
I'm one of those people that's
your
like,
favorite line.
When someone else
say it,
loves something, I love it.
Say it. He drops his gun, and then what does he tell him to do?
And then hold on, I got it written down.
Take your foot off the N-word.
Oh yeah, it says yeah. He says
it. He's like, "Come here," and then Bruce Willis gets there and he fucking hits him in the head and knocks him out.
Yeah, knocks him out. Good.
For editing purposes, we're gonna take a quick break, but holy shit, is business about to pick up?
Oh
so
yeah,
stick around. And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Cheater.
Hello.
F you, DJ.
Yep. That's right. So, guys, Bruce runs...
You have to say fudge.
Oh, fudge. Yeah. That's what FUDJ stands for. Fudge.
Yeah.
So now we're
Fuck
in that...
Derek Cheater, FUDJ, fudge.
Fudge. We're in the guitar shop, right? There's guitars everywhere.
It's a pawn shop.
It's a pawn shop. There's guitars everywhere, though.
I mean, a lot of people pawn their guitars.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe just a lot of failed dreams.
Yeah. Well, you're like, I'm going to be a rock star, but then you move to L.A., to chase that rock star dream, but then you found heroin, and you're like, you know what? Let me just pawn my guitar, just to get some heroin money.
Yeah.
But like, I'll get paid next week, and then I'll come back and get the guitar, and then the dream's back on, and I'll stop doing the heroin.
Yeah.
and then pretty soon
It's just
you're just doing heroin.
Yeah.
It's like Johnny Knoxville and Walking Tall. It became all about music, then it became all about music and drugs, and then pretty soon it was all about drugs. Ended up doing 2 years for a B&E.
maybe the music industry has got some explaining to do.
I mean, I don't think it's.
Oh, you don't think they're pushing?
I
Totally.
don't think it's like a hidden thing that a lot of musicians are addicted to drugs.
Yeah, but the music industry is just like,
Yeah, but who? Who's the music industry?
oh, David, it's like what Kanye West says.
What does he say?
About how manipulative and deceitful these agents and these record label people are. These people he keeps referring to, which are just the record label groups and stuff in the music industry. Just finding ways to get all these artists to make songs about drugs.
Oh, you're talking about all those Jews.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about the kikes.
Yeah.
Is what you wanted to say.
Yeah, but Kanye West.
Yeah, we did a movie where you were very comfortable saying the word kike.
Oh.
But I tee you up to say the Jews, and you spend minutes avoiding saying the Jews.
Finding a way to say it, you should never find it. Yeah. But we're
So what
back.
else is up?
We're back in that pawn shop, right? Guitars everywhere because of all the failed dreams of all the Jews just stealing away and turning everyone on to heroin. And he points a shotgun at them, blah, 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 knocks them out. And now we're in their, basement.
No, he makes an awesome phone call first. He says, hey, Zed.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
The spider caught another fly.
Caught
a couple flies.
Caught a couple flies.
The spider caught a couple flies.
It's so fucking great. It's so that line is top notch right there. And we wake up from Marcellus and Bruce's perspective. It seems like a back room, maybe not a basement. Gives off basement vibes.
It's a basement.
Yeah, we'll say
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
It is a basement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a basement.
We'll say a basement because it is a basement.
Look at that.
Bruce Willis and Marcellus Wallace have ball gags in.
And they're hog tied up to a fucking chair, and it is
You ever had a ball gag in before?
only when it matters. No, I haven't.
No.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Multiple times. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't scream.
Put the ball gag in.
What do you do
Fuck me
for
up. I
like?
can't use the safe word. Though.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
what
thing.
do you do? No.
We figured it out. You know?
Yeah. Just tap.
We got no. I'll be tied up too. Tapping's not an option either.
Blinking?
We got a good thing. She
Blinking Morse code.
can see it in my eyes, and if
That there's a lot of pain and
if it's she can tell the difference between good pain and bad pain.
Something's tearing.
We got a good
Yeah.
rapport.
Good.
She
Nice.
and I.
Well, that's good. That's what you need, and
I mean, makes it safe.
yeah, and that's safety's first.
Always.
Always. Well, they wake up, they're hogtied, and the guy says, "No one kills anyone in my place of business except me or Zed." And then we hear "ding dong," and he says, "That's Zed." Zed is a cop, and
Zed is Deke in the movie Blue Streak.
and this guy,
He's the bad guy in Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence.
This guy is phenomenal. Every one of these actors soak up every one of these characters because they're written so well, and you got a great director who allows the actor to play with, he gives him more time. You could tell he's giving him more time, as to where other directors might be like, we can't add in all this other shit. We have to, they got to be more fast.
He just ruined this movie with fucking cartoony backgrounds. You know?
Yeah, he did. But yeah, Zed is a fucking cop and ask, so is that right? You was gonna shoot him, boy? So he looks at him. He's like, he points to
Bruce Willis about Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah, he says, "Is that right? You gonna shoot him, boy?"
Tells his buddy to get the gimp.
Yeah,
And he says he's sleeping. He said, "We'll wake him up then." And he gets the gimp. Boy, does he get the gimp.
Boy, does he. He goes into a room that's like right behind the room that they're in, and you could see it. It's behind where Marcellus and Bruce is facing. And he goes and he unlocks like a fucking treasure chest, and out comes a gimp. It's a dude in
not a gimp.
The gimp.
The gimp.
He is dressed. It's a dude who is dressed in a full body sex slave fucking suit that has chains everywhere. He's like all chained up and shit. And they bring him into the room.
What a life that guy's got to live.
Oh, he's
what a fucking life.
It's like sickening because you're like, man, how long has this fucking dude been living like this? How long has he been in the chest?
Does he leave the basement ever?
Ever. And it doesn't look like What's crazy is this actor does this because he can't speak. His mouth is zipped up and shit. He does the smallest little things to make you think, oh my God, this guy's been here for so long. He's so mentally abused that he likes it. That now he likes it.
Get close to me. That's the part. He's like tapping his fingers on his head like that. Like brings him over. He's got like a fucking leash on.
Yeah,
the guy's down there.
Drags him down.
Yeah.
And then really loud because the way the suit is, it makes the taps really loud. And it is so intimidating. It's building suspense, and he's going
trying to figure out who's going to go first.
Yeah, he's like,
we don't know what that is, and he does eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Catch an N-word
yeah,
by the toe,
which just seems unnecessarily racist.
Oh well, and this is the thing though. This scene was supposed to be all about race, and because Bruce is such a selfish fucking actor, which Quentin Tarantino loves. He loves selfish, prideful, arrogant pieces of shit. Bruce is like, it's not going to affect anything if you make this character right. I know that this scene is meant for two black guys and that the whole dynamic is supposed to be a big racist thing, but let me be white. It doesn't matter. It's not going to really change anything. And actually, I don't
understand. So was Butch supposed to be black?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know I thought we brought this up earlier.
No, so Tarantino wanted Bruce Willis to play Butch. Bruce Willis wanted to play Vincent. Tarantino said no. He wanted to play Jules, which is Samuel L. Jackson's character, even though Samuel L. Jackson is black.
Mm.
And Tarantino thought about it and was like, the movie doesn't work if Jules is not black.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes sense.
He's like, all right, I'll do Butch then.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, Butch is a great character. Why wouldn't I be Butch?
So that's not actually a legitimate fun fact. I was just thinking and I was just kind of making a joke with that whole...
So did you make this whole thing up?
Yeah, I kind of made that whole thing up. but it makes sense. But it makes sense, though.
Butch was a white person the whole time, though. The scene wasn't supposed to be all about race.
No, I know. Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying...
made all of that up.
Yeah, but I'm saying it makes sense, though, still, even though it was a joke. It makes sense that these two country guys would take Marcellus and another black dude who enter their store and not just kick them out, not stop them from killing each other, but take them to a fucking basement and then rape...
The raping hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's right.
He does eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch an N-word by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mom says to pick the perfect one, and you are it.
And then points to Marcellus. Yeah.
They
Marcellus
they hang the gimp up.
Yeah,
by the thing on the ceiling, and they tell him to watch Bruce Willis. They both take Marcellus into another room and close the door behind them.
Yeah. And calls him Big Boy. All right, Big Boy.
Bruce Willis gets out. We hear shit going on in that room. Bruce Willis gets out, punches the gimp.
And the gimp was kind of loving it up to that point. He's like, you can only kind of hear, and then it's just making you feel so fucked up because you're like, man, this guy somehow likes this. He's been so abused.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Bruce gets out and just knocks him out. One shot.
And maybe kills him.
Yeah.
Because he's hanging like this. They tied him tight so it was like he's standing. And then he got knocked out and he slouched. And he's hanging like that.
And spoiler alert, he stays in that position.
Yeah, that's why I think dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Bruce Willis goes to, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Gets up there, and then
the moment he's about to walk out the door, he's literally hearing them abuse and rape him. And you don't know, but you're from the noises, yeah, it's got to be some raping going on. We're even hearing, yeah. We're hearing like crazy shit.
They're loving it.
They're loving it. So then Bruce goes behind the counter and he starts pulling out different weapons. And this is supposed to be a little fun fact to horror movies that Quentin Tarantino likes. So he pulls out like a fucking hammer, a bat, a chainsaw, and then a sushi sword.
If you didn't call it a sushi sword, I was gonna be so upset.
Oh yeah. So he gets a real sushi sword
To make a real sushi sandwiches.
and boy does he. So he goes downstairs. He opens the door. Dude's still knocked out.
Marcellus Wallace is just getting fucking raped.
Yeah, and
He's
this is kind of how David was
screaming.
talking earlier. You know, like when he's asking me, like, you know, would you do it with Quentin Tarantino wants that, you know,
That.
thigh on thigh action?
Yeah, thigh on butt.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. Shout out to Marcellus because, you know, that's method acting right there. He's going balls to the wall, literally.
He's not.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's going cock in the asshole. That's what he's going.
But, you know, he's playing it off well. You know, he's like, no. He's like, he's not saying
Screaming.
it. Yeah.
And he sees Butch.
And then you can, which is great because his whole demeanor kind of changes just slightly. Like, oh yeah,
He's
great.
like, all right, he wouldn't have come back with a fucking sword if he wasn't gonna help me.
Yeah. And main dude turns around and he fucking Kill Bills that motherfucker, slays that bitch in
Slices
half.
through his body. And
Yeah.
guy goes down.
And then the cop fucking turns around.
Zed.
Zed.
He goes, yeah, Zed. You want that gun, don't you? Go ahead, pick it up. And Reeves like, there you go, Zed.
Attaboy.
There we go. And then we hear,
And Marcellus
From
is standing
behind.
behind Bruce with
And
that
he's
fucking shotgun.
move out of the way, Butch.
And just shoots Zed's fucking cock off. He's grabbing his dick and balls like, nah! Ah! He's freaking the fuck out.
And he's standing. Bruce Willis goes like behind him and he goes, so you good?
He goes, nah, man. I'm pretty far from fucking okay.
Okay. Pretty fucking far from okay.
Bruce asks, what now? Marcellus says, I'm going to call a couple of hard piping N-words to go to work on Holmes here with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. And then he
Hear
says,
that?
Yeah, you hear that? I'm going to get medieval on your ass. I'm not done with you. And then Bruce asks, all right, so what now between me and you? And Marcellus says, there is no me and you. Not no more. Bruce says, or asks, like, okay, so I guess we're cool now? And then Marcellus says, yeah, we cool. Don't tell no one about this shit.
On two conditions.
Yeah, two things. You leave town tonight, and when you're gone, you stay gone. And you don't tell no one about this.
You don't tell no one about this.
Yeah, yeah.
This stays between you, me, and Mr. Soon-to-be living the rest of his miserable life and agonizing pain rapist here.
The one thing...
You're gone, you stay gone. Or you be gone. You lost your LA privileges.
Boom. And then Bruce leaves. He goes out and he steals the motorcycle
It's not
outside.
a motorcycle, it's a chopper.
I was saving it.
I mean, you can't call it a motorcycle.
I was saving it for when because I was like trying to be.
You
like,
should call it a
oh.
chopper and make it seem like you call it a chopper.
But what I was gonna say though is I was just like, man, I really wish we would have saw those hard piping hitters show up and just.
It might have disappointed, though. It's better, just imagine a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. It's not going to be fun.
It's not,
It's going to get medieval on his ass.
and that's why I want.
And what, you want this movie to be longer?
Well, just at least
You're
if
like, it
he's-
would have been easier to take notes if there was just like
Yeah.
another 12-minute scene where they're torturing this guy.
I guess that makes sense. But he goes and picks up Fabian. That's her name. That's Bruce's girl. And then she's like, "Where'd you get the motorcycle from?" He says, "It's not a fucking motorcycle. It's a chopper."
He doesn't say the F word.
He doesn't say that word.
It's not a motorcycle, baby. It's a chopper.
Yeah, baby. You okay?
Where'd you get the chopper from? Got it from Zed. Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby.
And
Zed's dead.
yeah.
And then they ride off.
They fucking ride off. Bonnie and Clyde shit. We see. I mean, it's kind of Bonnie and Clyde, but it's more Bonnie and Clyde between Honey Pumpkin and
Pumpkin and Honey Bunny.
Yeah. I kept fucking thinking that in my brain. I'm like, no, that's not it. But yeah, we fade into them. We see a guy with a gun in the bathroom while we hear Samuel giving the Ezekiel speech. So we see this from the guy's perspective in the bathroom. We're back at that apartment. They tell Marvin to shut the fuck up because Marvin started mumbling some bullshit. It's the black dude in the corner.
Marvin's freaking out because his buddy just got killed. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And Vincent goes, Jules, is this your friend here? He's like, yeah, it's Marvin. Marvin, Vincent, Marvin. He's like, hey, you mind telling him to knock that shit off? It's getting on my nerves.
Yeah. I love it. And then the guy in the bathroom comes out just fucking shooting, fire blazing, and misses every fucking shot. He's screaming, die, you motherfucker!
And shoots like 6 shots.
Yeah.
Whatever, every bullet in his gun.
Yeah, and misses. And Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta just look around really casually, look back, start lighting his ass up.
Oh.
Wasn't automatic.
They shot 4 shots total.
Yeah.
They landed. They shot 2, and they fucking all of them in the chest.
Yeah, so fun fact.
See me in flesh and test and get your chest blown.
Fuck yeah. What lyrics were that?
That was from Can't See Me by Tupac.
Nice. I thought it was Tupac. Nice. So, fun fact. Big goof. Quentin, what's going on, bro? I get it. Sally! What's going on, bro?
Saleh.
You guys didn't have another angle?
Saleh.
Fun fact.
Saleh.
The shots that were missed, the bullet holes were already in the wall before the dude ever even came out of the fucking bathroom. They were there for so many shots.
Those are different holes.
No, because they turned to...
Yeah, no, those different holes.
Oh.
Yeah, some walls just have bullet holes in them already.
Oh, because it does make sense, because if you hang up something on the wall, then it creates a hole,
Yeah.
and then when you take out,
Or
then
like my apartment. Like 2 years ago, the bad termites in the apartment. Old building. They started fucking tunneling through the wall in my apartment, and I started just seeing termites on the wall.
Oh, my God.
It was fucking... Dude, I killed... I'm not even joking. Not joking. Thousands of termites over the course of a couple weeks until they tented the motherfucker and killed all the termites.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not joking. I killed thousands. I started taping over the holes, and then they would just dig new holes out. So I stopped taping the holes. I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna. Hopefully, they'll make less holes this way. But I was just fucking like going.
Can you imagine what you are to those termites?
I'd get wet napkins, and like once enough of them got out, and then I would just because they don't fucking freak out or anything.
Yeah.
I just...
You must be fucking Godzilla to those termites.
Oh, bigger.
Yeah, bigger. Scarier.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
That's a cool
More
perspective.
ruthless.
Yeah. Look at that. That's what life is all about, you know?
So, Vincent's, you didn't think to tell us that there was another person in the fucking bathroom waiting to kill us? And Jules is like, you see the size of that thing? That's bigger than him. We should be dead right now.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson.
He's like, we got lucky. He's like, nah, this is divine intervention.
Yep, divine intervention. God came down from heaven and stopped these motherfucking bullets this year. Was a motherfucking miracle. This shit don't just happen. We should be dead, and you should acknowledge it. And he's getting pissed because
John Travolta's trying to downplay it.
Yeah,
it's like,
because
whatever, this shit happens.
he's an atheist. No, he's just
trying to downplay. He's like,
Yeah.
whatever, this shit happens. He's like, no, don't fucking do that, Vincent. This is a fucking miracle.
yeah.
And then they're leaving, and like they go out the door, and then Samuel Jackson comes out and goes, come on, Edward, let's go. To Marvin.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them go.
Yeah, and I think they're in the car, and I think this is when John is like giving a story about how this shit actually happened fucking time to time where people get shot at but then don't get hit. And he's like still trying to further his point.
He's like, it happens, you know? Like, I'm not saying it's not rare, but it happens.
And Samuel's like, fuck you, man.
And then John Travolta's like, Marvin, what do you think about this?
Yeah, you
Man,
really
I don't even have an opinion. And then he turns around and he goes, I mean, you gotta have an opinion.
You really
think God came down and stopped the bullets? And then he, boom, blood everywhere. Jules like, what the hell's going on? Then my favorite line in the movie. My fucking favorite line in the movie. John Travolta's wiping blood off his face. He goes, oh man, I shot Marvin in the face. Just so casual. He's like, what do you mean you shot him in the face? Like, I didn't mean to. You know? It was an accident. Like, Just how nonchalant he is, like as if he spilled a drink in the car. He's like, man, I spilled my drink.
Fuck, I shot
like,
Marvin.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
There's literally brain all over the place.
He just killed a person.
Yeah, there's blood everywhere, and Sam was like, "Fuck, man, we're in the city."
He's like, just take it to a friendly place. He's like, we in the valley, Vincent. Marcellus ain't got any friendly places. He's like, shit, I'm gonna call Jimmy, and if Jimmy's ass don't answer, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so
yo, Jimmy. Yeah, it's Jules. Listen, me and my buddy are in the valley, and we kind of fucked up. We got to get this car off the road. Can we use a garage?
Jimmy's like, yeah. So
Apparently, we don't hear Jimmy.
Yeah, we don't hear Jimmy. Go to Jimmy's place. We come to find out Jimmy.
Hold on. We don't meet Jimmy yet.
Oh, okay.
They're washing up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And Jules, Samuel Jackson's telling Vincent, he's like, hey, man, you got to cool with this Jimmy shit, man. Like, we're one comment away from him wanting us to leave. And he's like, yeah, let's say he asks us to leave. And then Jules kind of like, yeah, I mean, we're not leaving until we make a feit phone calls and figure shit out, but I don't want it to get to that point. Jimmy's a friend. Like, he's like, yeah, we're here. We're not leaving until we figure our shit out, but let's avoid it being that level.
And then what does fucking John do?
He's wiping his hands off on the towel. Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck is this?
Look at this.
He's like, I'm drying my hands off. He's like, you've got to wash them first. Like, man, you saw me wash them. I saw you get them wet. He's like, you used it too. He's like, yeah, when I used it didn't look like a fucking maxi pad.
Yeah, which is a great line.
This is the shit I'm talking about, Vincent.
Yeah. Yeah, and John's got to learn, right? Got to learn, man. He can't just make bloody towels everywhere.
Jimmy's going to get upset.
Samuel's like, listen, man, you got to have some fucking manners.
They go out there drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And Samuel Jackson goes,
God damn, Jimmy. That's some serious gourmet shit.
Me and Vincent would have been good with some freeze-dried stuff. I didn't know you'd break out this gourmet shit.
And it's fucking Quentin Tarantino. And what is he doing, David? Acting so fucking arrogant and prideful. Yeah. He's like, I make the best fucking cup of coffee. I'm Quentin Tarantino. This is fucking, this is some gourmet shit.
Because he's an actor. That's what the character called for.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's a normal man.
But who's the writer? Who's the director?
Quentin Tarantino.
And Quentin Tarantino's like, man, I want this actor how I like all my actors. Prideful, arrogant.
You know, I really don't think Tarantino would like you if you guys met. I can't say that with a straight face.
You say that now, David. Oh my god.
He says, yeah, I know how good the coffee is. When Bonnie goes to the store, she buys crap. I go and I buy the freeze-dry, or I buy the gourmet shit because I want to taste it.
He's like overly passionate about this shit and like kind of resentful.
But what I want to talk about isn't the coffee in my kitchen. It's the dead N-word in my garage.
Bro, whoa, it kind of caught you off guard when he says it.
Is there a sign in front of my house that says dead N-word storage?
I'm like, oh my god, he said it twice.
And he's like, oh, Jimmy, I say, is there a sign in front of my house that says dead N-word storage? And he says, man, you know there's no sign. He goes, that's right. Because storing dead N-words isn't my business. So whatever you need to do, whoever you need to call, do it. Get the fuck out of my house. His wife, she worked graveyard shift at the hospital. She's going to be home in an hour and a half.
And Quentin's like, they get done. They're like, cut. And Quentin just goes, whoo, that felt so good.
Like, give it to me. Yeah. Give it to me, Sam.
Right,
yeah.
Samuel? I said the way you wanted me to, right?
Tussle Sam's hair. Yeah. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Let's do another. Let's do another take.
Yeah, you like
that,
right?
Again.
Right, Samuel? Samuel's like, sure.
I'd really appreciate if you quit using this.
No, we're going to take from the top. Let's go.
So Jules calls Marcellus. And Marcellus is great on the phone. He goes, all right, so the wife will be home at 9:30. And how's she going to react? He's like, yeah, I mean, no shit, she'll freak. That ain't no kind of answer.
Marcellus is so cool right now. He's by the pool. He looks like a multimillionaire.
No shit, she'll freak. That ain't no kind of answer. How much she going to freak? And then he's like, then we can hear him. He's like, I don't want to hear this kind of shit. You know what I want you to say, Marcellus? This ain't no problem, Jules. I'm on the motherfucker. You just sit tight, chill them N-words out, and wait for the cavalry, which shall be coming directly. And then Marcellus says, this ain't a problem, Jules. I'm on the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just chill them N-words out and wait for the wolf, who shall be coming directly. Oh, shit, you sending the wolf?
Oh, shit. And then we see...
Does that put you at ease? He goes, Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say. And he hangs up the phone.
Fuck yeah, that's how that conversation went. Yeah. And we see the wolf get a call. Jesus.
Looks like he's at like a funeral.
Yeah. I didn't
He's
really
in
get
a
it.
room. It looks like they just left a funeral and like there's a little thing at the person's house and they're doing food.
Yeah. And then that's all we see of him right there. And then he leaves and
no, he takes the call. He writes down all of the information about where he needs to go. And then he looks at his watch and says, "That's 30 minutes away. I'll be there in 10."
Oh, I don't even remember him.
That drives real fucking fast. And as he's pulling on the street, it says 9 minutes and 46 seconds later.
Wow, yeah. It did. Yeah, it did say 9 minutes 46 seconds later.
Just to show you, wolf don't fuck around.
Yeah, the wolf's a fucking wolf for a reason. Shows up at Quentin Tarantino's home, tells him, "We got 40 fucking minutes to get the fuck out of Dodge." The wolf asks Jimmy to make him a cup of coffee.
They're out looking at the car.
Yeah, and he's sitting there staring. He's like, "Man, you guys."
He's like, "Okay." He's looking at it and he goes, "Jimmy." He goes, Yeah, sir." He goes, "I smelled some coffee in there. You mind making me a cup?" He goes, "Yeah, I got you." And he goes, "Oh, how do you take it?" And I liked this. Because what's the coolest way to take your coffee?
Hot.
No.
Hot.
No. Come on.
Fuck.
It's real.
I thought you were setting me up.
Black.
Oh.
That's how.
Not a coffee guy.
That's how a not as good writer would have written it.
Yeah.
They would. How do you take your coffee? He would have said black.
Yeah.
No. Tarantino has the wolf say, "Lots of cream, lots of sugar." That is how a fucking child would take their coffee. And he's like, the wolf is so fucking cool. So fucking believable. He's going to get lots of cream, lots of sugar in his coffee, and no one's going to fucking question it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you go, there's a buddy of mine who's talking about, like, he just started the job. Him and another guy started the job on the same day. And the boss, like, took them for coffee. He was like, "Hey, welcome to the thing. Let's go grab coffee." And the one guy ordered a hot chocolate. And he was like, "What kind of fucking man does that? Who the fuck is this person?" And I was like, "No, that guy has the biggest dick in that room, and it's not even close." He confidently was like, "I'll take a hot chocolate."
Yeah, who does that remind you of?
Yeah, I don't know.
Me. Who orders a Shirley Temple, David?
You don't anymore, though. You just get a ginger ale.
It's the past couple times.
Which is just lame.
Yeah.
If you still did Shirley Temple,
I still do Shirley Temples.
You've become more insecure about what you do.
Next time,
because Hoff makes you again. Now you're going to do it because I'm telling you. That's just feeding your fucking insecurity.
Next
man.
time, I'm not.
So
just
you're
gonna
like,
order
now I'm gonna get Shirley Temples and say, "Can I have extra cherries?" Because that's how secure I am.
I'm gonna ask
that's how much
the
of
waiter.
A man I am. I'll get the Shirley Temple.
I say I want you to announce to everyone in here that I just ordered a Shirley Temple
because my friend called me a pussy for not getting a Shirley Temple anymore.
He needs to know.
That's just insecurity. That's not pride. That's not arrogance.
No, it is pride. It is arrogance.
It's neither. It's insecurity.
I'm doing it for my pride. You're
doing it for me. You're doing it to impress me. Because you're a fucking weirdo, man.
No.
Just be comfortable. We've known each other our whole lives. Be comfortable around me.
I'm the one that's always ordered Shirley Temples, bro.
Around me.
You don't know one other dude who orders Shirley Temples.
You switched to fucking ginger ale because you felt insecure about it.
I like ginger ales. It's ginger ales and Shirley Temples.
Oh, you want me to do Shirley Temples? Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it. Not only will I do it, I'll tell the waiter. I'll put the waiter in a weird spot, and I'll be like, "Will you tell everyone that I'm getting a Shirley Temple, please?" You know what the waiter's gonna say? No. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gonna say, please.
No, just leave. No, I'll get you your fucking drink. Stop it.
All right, fine.
Guys, for editing purposes, we're gonna take a quick break. Stick around. We'll finish this movie. I promise. I promise. For the rest of the way, we're gonna talk movie.
Oh yeah.
And we're back. Fuck you, Derek Jeter. F you, DJ.
Fudge. All right, guys. John quietly calls him an asshole, and then Bruce walks up to the bar and asks for a pack of cigs.
No.
Where are we?
This was so... And you
know what you did?
You
know what? You did
that
because you clicked on it. Because you clicked.
I didn't do shit. I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit.
I think Okay, so we're back with they drive off. It's like it's him and it's fucking Bruce and
So the wolf is drinking the coffee and he's telling them what they need to do. He's essentially, the wolf isn't super necessary, but he's very necessary. He just tells them go clean the car. And he tells Quentin Tarantino that they're going to need some blankets to line the car. And he's telling them to do it, and then Vincent goes, please would be nice. And he goes, what was that? Yes, I'm just saying, like, you hear barking orders, man, like a please would be nice. And he goes, listen, I'm here to help you. If my help isn't appreciated, then good luck. And Jules is like, no, we appreciate you, Mr. Wolf. He's like, look, man, I just don't like being yelled at all day, you know? Vincent, he goes, all right, I mean, look, guys, you need to get this done. So pretty please, with sugar on top. Clean the fucking car.
And then Samuel L. Jackson's like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Samuel L. Jackson's very annoyed that Vincent did that.
Yeah. So
they go to clean the car. Wolf meets with Quentin Tarantino, and Tarantino's like, "Hey, these linens, they were they were a gift from Aunt something and Uncle whoever for a wedding. They're no longer with us." Mr. Wolf goes, "Were your aunt and uncle billionaires, or not billionaires, millionaires?" And he goes, "No." He goes, well, your Uncle Marcellus is." Now I'm sure if those two people, do you have the names written down?
Nah.
If they were still with us, they'd love to furnish you with an entire bedroom set, which your Uncle Marcellus is more than happy to do. And then he just starts counting out money and goes, I got oak in my place, personally. You like oak? And he's just looking at the money. He goes, yeah, oak's nice. He's counting the money, so they're paying him off.
Yeah, and well, I was gonna say the fucking room looks like a toddler's fucking room or some shit.
Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be way nicer.
Oh, so much nicer. Oak? Who doesn't love fucking oak?
Oak is nice.
Yeah, man.
Vincent and Jules are cleaning the car, and it's great. Jules has the worst job. Jules is in the
crazy
backseat
that
picking
Samuel
up pieces
Jackson.
of brain and skull, and he's complaining about it and yelling about it. And John Travolta's like spraying the dash that doesn't have a ton on it.
And then John's got the arrogance to be like, hey, listen, man, all right, I'm 1 second away from fucking blowing up. All right?
I can only take so much abuse, all right? If you ever heard the whatever, that when a man admits that he's wrong, he's then immediately forgiven. And then Jules is like, don't give me that shit. Why the fuck am I back here on brain, dude? We're switching, all right? You come back here and pick up this motherfucker's skull.
I'm going to clean the motherfucking windshield.
Yeah. So they switch.
Yeah.
Car looks good. They line it with like comforters and shit.
And then what do they do next? They get done cleaning. The wolf is like, wow, man, you guys did a good fucking job. Quentin Tarantino literally can't fucking believe it. And then the wolf is like, yeah, but we're not done yet. And then the wolf takes them to the backyard and just tells them to fucking strip. He's like, you guys look like a bunch of guys who literally got done.
No.
Huh?
They're like, is this really necessary? He goes, yes, it's necessary. Do you know what you look like? And then Vincent says, what?
A bunch of guys who just blew someone's brain out.
Yeah. You know what you look like? You look like you just blew someone's fucking brains out.
And then tells them to strip. And then who's right beside him? Quentin Tarantino. Because he's like, I didn't just make a movie to make a movie. I made a movie so I could see Samuel L. Jackson's dick. Like John Travolta's too, like whatever. It's probably, but Samuel L. Jackson, that motherfucker's probably hung like a horse.
Why?
Because he's Samuel L. Jackson, bro.
I mean, John Travolta looks more like a horse than Samuel L. Jackson. So if one was going to be hung like a horse, I would think horse-faced Travolta all day.
No, because there's like this thing. It's like genetics.
So we can spend a long time doing this, or you could just say it. Just say it.
Just genetics.
What kind of genetics?
You know
Samuel L. Jackson's like heritage. You saw his dad's penis and his granddad's penis and his great granddad's penis, and he comes in a long line of penis people.
He just looks.
Or are you being an ignorant, racist fuck and saying because he's black he's hung like a horse?
Oh, that's racist?
Yeah.
That's racist?
Yeah, no, what's racist is you refusing to say because he's black.
Oh.
That's what's racist.
That's racist?
That's the racist part.
No, but my main joke was about how Quentin Tarantino, this is the reason why I got into filmmaking, so he can get super amazing, talented, famous people like Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta to strip naked in front of him and then spray him down with the fucking water hose.
So they clean themselves up and they put on Quentin Tarantino's dorky fucking clothes.
And Quentin Tarantino is just stiff as a board. Just like, yeah, put on those dorky fucking clothes. Yeah, you look so good in my dorky fucking clothes.
So the wolf is driving...
They're like, it's your dorky clothes, dude. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
The wolf is driving the car that they just cleaned. Vincent with Jules in there. And Jules tells Jules what to do, and then says, repeat it to me. And he says, don't do shit unless. And the wolf says, unless what? And he goes, unless you do it first. He says, spoken like a true prodigy.
Yeah.
Tells Vincent to drive his car, and that if his car comes back in any different condition than the one he's given it in, Monster Joe's going to be disposing of 2 bodies today. You catch my drift?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah. And he says, now I drive real fucking fast, so keep up.
Yeah.
They drive to Monster Joe. Monster Joe disposes of the car and the dead body and everything in it, and they're home free.
Yeah.
He's going out with Monster Joe's daughter.
But there's one thing I wanted to say, because then when they're like leaving each other, they're giving their respects to each other, and Wolf tells the girl that, you know, she's a character, but that doesn't mean you have character. I'm like, wow, what a great line. That's just such a great line, you know?
So, you butchered it, though. You didn't butcher it, but
Huh.
I was getting to that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. Jules is like, hey, Mr. Wall, it was... Because he offers them a ride, and then they say where they live. And he's like, oh, you're going to take a cab because it's fucking out in the sticks.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, till next time, boys. Then he goes to leave, and Jules is like, hey, Mr. Wall, it was really great getting to watch you work. It was a real pleasure. And Vincent's like, yeah, thank you so much, sir, blah, blah, blah. He says, see that? Respect for one's elders. That shows character, young lady. She says, I have character. He says, just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character.
Boom. All you fucking TikTok and trendy little fucks today can learn something from the wolf.
We all could learn something from the wolf, all right?
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a 90-year-old who's worked hard his whole life. You can learn something. You can learn a thing or two from the wolf.
That's right, David.
Vincent and Jules, they go to breakfast. They're at some diner. Then Jules won't eat bacon because a pig's a filthy animal. And then John Travolta's like, well, what about a dog?
Yeah, they get
This
into
pig eats its own feces. He's like, dog eats its own feces too.
These two are just back and forth about debates. You know.
And
well, they start to get into the miracle with the bullets and stuff like that.
Come on.
Huh.
I'm talking about the bacon and the pigs.
Yeah.
And the dog. You think I'm done talking about pigs?
Oh, no,
and dogs and bacon?
I thought that's why.
No.
I should have known.
Vincent goes, what about a dog? Dog eats its own feces too. Would you call a dog a filthy animal? He goes, well, I don't eat dog. He's like, well, would you call it filthy? He goes, I wouldn't go so far as to call it filthy, but it's definitely dirty. But a dog's got a personality. Personality goes a long way. He goes, so by that logic, a pig with a personality isn't filthy. He goes, I mean, it'd have to be some charming motherfucking pig.
Yeah, that's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a lot of really smart, nice, sweet pigs, so maybe.
No, there's not.
You know, pigs are smarter than dogs?
But a lot of smart, nice, sweet pigs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nonsense statement.
It's not.
A lot of sweet pigs?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what a sweet pig.
So, like...
It takes its mom to her appointments and...
Well, I guess like a pig and a hog are like almost the same thing.
Volunteers at the soup kitchen.
And like a hog.
It's a really nice and sweet.
So, like, you know, like those pigs that they're referring to, probably nice and sweet.
I doubt it.
Maybe. Corbin used to have a pig.
They could be smart.
And it used to be sweet.
Yeah, what Corbin do to that pig?
I don't know.
Fucked it.
Oh, shit.
So they're talking about Jules is going to retire because of this. It's divine intervention. He's out. Vincent's like, Marcel's going to laugh in your fucking face when you do this.
And all he's going to do now, because this is what he thinks God wants him to do, is just travel the earth. And John Travolta's like, oh, no, you're just going to be a fucking bum. You're just going to be a fucking bum. You're not going to work? You're not going to have a full-time job? Let me tell you what that is. That is a bum, all right? You're not going to be working. You're not going to be making money. You're going to be a bum. Samuel L. Jackson's like, dude, fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. If I want to be a bum, I could be a bum, all right? And you know what? I felt the touch of God, okay? You did it, so fuck you. I'm going to be a bum.
But Vincent says, I'm going to go take a shit.
Yeah. So he goes to take a shit. Boom, we got a throwback to the first scene where we see Pumpkin and Honey Bunny.
Honey Bunny.
And
this is the diner that they're holding up.
And
you notice something, though. There are 3 separate times where we see John Travolta's character use the restroom in this movie.
Yes, that's what I was going to get to. So in this... when I'm bringing it back to the very beginning, when Pumpkin and Honey Bunny were talking, we actually see behind Honey Bunny, right before they stand up in the booth, that John Travolta walks to the bathroom. And the little fun fact for John Travolta going to the bathroom is that something always bad happens when John goes to the bathroom.
Uma Thurman OD'd. Fucking, he gets killed by Bruce Willis.
Yep.
This.
Yeah.
They're robbing. They're going around. They're collecting all the wallets. Samuel Jackson's just sitting like real cool and calm, and you can tell the guy's like, this guy's going to be a fucking handful. He's calm, and then he goes over with the bag and goes, wallet. And he drops it in the bag.
He pulls out the wallet, but what does the wallet say on it?
We don't know yet. Yeah, we just see that it's a wallet. And he drops it in the bag, and he goes, what's in the briefcase? He says, my boss's laundry. He says, your boss has you do his laundry? And he said a great response. He said, when he wants it clean. Sounds like a shit job. He goes, funny, I was just thinking of that. He goes, open it. And he said, I can't do that. And then he like points the gun closer. And the manager goes, just do what he says. You're going to get us all killed. And he goes, shut the fuck up, fat man. This ain't any of your goddamn business.
Fucking love it. Fuck, that's the way you do it. But then he does.
Pumpkin has him open it.
Yeah, and oh my God, Pumpkin can't believe his eyes. The gold that is shining on his face. It's just so. He literally goes, "Oh, it's so beautiful."
Is that what I think it is?
And he like goes to reach for it, and
Honey Bunny keeps asking, "What is it?"
Oh,
it's building the suspense. You think, "Oh, we're gonna hear what it is." We don't,
because then Samuel L. Jackson grabs Pumpkin by the wrist, brings him in, and then just takes his fucking gun and points it at his neck. And then immediately, she's like, "No!" Yeah, Honey Bunny is flipping out. No, let him go! You let him go! I can't let him go! And then fucking Samuel L. Jackson's like, "Hey, play cool now, bitch. Hey,
you say, bitch, be cool.
Bitch, be cool.
Like, be cool, Honey Bunny."
Yeah. And he is the alpha male in this movie. He is telling everyone what to do. And what's the best thing about this is Honey Bunny is flipping out. His coolness trumps her freaking out, which is what I loved about it. He's so cool. He offsets someone who's so not cool.
He goes, now, Honey Bunny, we're going to be a couple Fonzies. And what's Fonzie like? Tell me what's Fonzie like.
Cool.
Correctamundo. So we're going to be cool like Fonzie.
Ah, yeah. And then that's when he asked to pull out the wallet,
he's sitting
right?
there. He's like, I want you to pull out my wallet. And then he opens it up and he goes, which one is it? And he says,
it's the one that says bad motherfucker on it.
And he pulls it out and he counts out the money. Do you have how much it is?
$1,500.
Yeah. He goes, how much is in there? He goes, $1,500. He's like, good. Take that, put it in your thing. Oh, Vincent's out there.
Oh yeah,
And
Vincent just now
points
walked
the guns. Like,
yeah.
Vincent, be cool.
Yeah, because now Honey Bunny's like,
Honey, put the gun back on me. All right?
We gonna be cool, all right?
All right, we're gonna be cool. And she's like, I gotta pee. I want to go home. He's like, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. And
Yeah.
Ringo's proud of you.
Yeah.
Tell her. He goes, I'm proud of you, Honey Bunny. And she's like, I love you. He goes, I love you too, Honey Bunny.
Yeah, and then goes on. He's like, all right, well, I can't give you the case.
Because it don't belong to me.
Yeah, because it don't belong to me.
Take that $1,500 along with the other wallets you have, and it's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Vincent says, Jules, you give these fucking Nimrods $1,500. I'm killing them both on principle.
And then fucking Honey Bunny's like, and then once again, Samuel L. Jackson he's so cool. It could always go back up to 100, and he just brings it right back on down.
Put the gun on me. Come on. Vincent's not going to do a goddamn thing.
Ain't that right? It's so fucking cool. Controls everyone in this fucking place. Yeah, so he says it's bad motherfucker. And then he says he's buying his life. He goes, this $1,500 is buying your life. And then starts to go on
he's like,
about Ezekiel 25:17.
You would have caught me on this another day, and I would have killed both of you and thought nothing of it. But you happened to catch me in a moment of what? Oh, my God. He says that he had what alcoholics refer to as a moment of clarity.
Yeah.
I don't think alcoholics are allowed to claim moment of clarity.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think that's not exclusive to the alcoholic community.
It doesn't really make that much sense. I get it. Like, you have a moment of clarity. Maybe you're addicted to alcohol. That's your moment of clarity. But, like, can't have that much moment of clarity when you're like addicted. I guess I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you can.
Okay.
Because I'm addicted.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's
Moment of clarity, like, oh shit, I need help. I got to do something about this.
Yeah, which is super hard to have.
That's a thing. It happens.
Yeah. But it's that's what I'm saying. It's hard to fucking have.
It's not exclusive to the alcoholic community, though.
No, yeah, exactly.
It exists in the alcoholic community. But they don't get to claim it, though.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. But yeah, Samuel says he used to think that passage was just super cool to say. After he says the passage of Ezekiel 25:17, he goes on.
I
the
used
whole
to think
thing.
that was just some cold-blooded shit to say before I killed somebody.
Yeah, but now he thinks it's a symbolic meaning because of what happened to him earlier by not getting shot. So he's like telling this to the guy.
He's
and
saying that maybe I'm the shepherd. Mr. 9mm here is the tyranny.
There you go.
But the truth is, you're the weak. Yeah. And I'm the tyranny. But I'm trying real hard not to be, Ringo.
Real hard. So then, all is well, ends well.
Yeah.
They
undoes the gun, puts it down, lets them leave.
Yep.
He's just sitting there eating his muffin. Vincent comes up and he's like, we should probably leave.
Yeah. All right.
We probably shouldn't stay here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. And as they're walking out, everyone can't fucking believe it. They're like, that is the coolest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Nobody has moved yet.
Yeah.
Honey Bunny and Pumpkin, they leave.
Yeah, they leave.
And now Jules and Vincent leave. Because also, you don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
They also have guns, and he was yelling at the manager.
Yeah.
He let them take all of our shit. Like, let's let them leave.
Yeah.
Before we fucking move.
Yeah.
Guys, that's Pulp Fiction. Great movie.
Great movie.
You know what movie, though? Like, this is one of my favorites, but you know what movie's even better?
David, there's so many good ones. I mean, it's hard to say. Probably The Nutty Professor.
It's The Nutty Professor, guys. Name a movie better than The Nutty Professor. I'll wait. You fucking can't name a movie better than Nutty Professor. You know what movie's not as good as Pulp Fiction, but it's a pretty good movie.
I mean, there's a Interstellar. Oh wait, we already did that one. That's right. Yeah.
But I like how you said it's not as good as Pulp Fiction.
Oh, wait,
you're admitting
that
your favorite movie is not as good as Pulp Fiction.
I thought you said, you know what other movie is as good as Pulp Fiction?
Oh, I said not as good as Pulp Fiction, but it's still pretty good.
Oh, then probably.
And you're like, probably my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, the one with Keanu Reeves.
No, it's The Town with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. Guys, that's what we're doing next week. We're doing The Town. I was going to pick another Tarantino movie, but Braden went a really weird route with Tarantino all week or all episode, and I want to get a few weeks in between, so maybe it's less of that. So we're going to do The Town with Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner. Guys, you want to watch The Town before we do a podcast on The Town? Should they?
I think, yeah.
You should watch The Town before we do a podcast on The Town. Here's where you can. It says Hulu with a subscription. YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, Amazon Prime for $3.99. Hey, fun fact, Pulp Fiction was free on Amazon Prime.
I watched it on Amazon Prime. I got Amazon Prime.
Yeah, me too. Look at that. But you're not going to spend $3.99 to go watch any of those places. Because you can spend $3.99. You go to your local grocery store. You go to the Redbox kiosk at the front. You pick up a copy of The Town. Then you return it.
No better way to do it.
Guys, The Town, great fucking movie. I'm excited to do it.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Braden, we did, we're doing The Town because it was my pick.
Mm-hmm.
But we did Pulp Fiction because it was David Straley's pick.
It was.
And David Straley had requested it year ago, before the way I'm about to say was even an option to do it. But then I noticed he went back. David Straley, you didn't have to do this, but I respect it. He went back last week and did the correct way to suggest a movie. Even when he already knew that we were doing this movie, he still went to the website. He still went and did it the correct way, what is the correct way? You know, how do people like, I want them to do my favorite movie? How do they tell us to do their favorite movie?
David, they just go to our website.
What?
Yeah. 56kings.com.
Hold on. You mean FIVESIXKINGS.com?
Yes.
And you just go there. There's a tab at the top that says Submit Ideas. You click Submit Ideas. You go and you put your name. You put the movie. You put who you want doing it, and you hit Submit.
I mean, easy peasy, lemon
guys,
squeezy.
It's that easy. 56kings.com, your one-stop shop for all your 56kings needs.
Just go ahead. Let us know what movie. What's your favorite? What do you hate? What do you want us to shit on? What do you want us to give love to? Let us know.
And what day are we going to do that?
Oh,
What day do new episodes of the 5-6 Things podcast come out?
I mean, it's every motherfucking Monday, so.
But what if it's not?
Well, then, David, it's not. But I'm not fucking God.
If it's not, then it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, if it's not, then it isn't, and just whatever.
What? Yeah.
Live with it.
Cool.
All right? If it's a Monday and the episode's not out, be like, huh, maybe Braden or David are dead.
Yeah. Maybe be cool like
Maybe that'll
Samuel
be
Jackson
something.
is.
Yeah. Like Fonzie.
Yeah, Fonzie.
Be cool like Fonzie.
Yeah.
Guys, that was Pulp Fiction. Get ready for the town. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you all very much. We'll see you next week.